What's up, humans?
Yay.
Space for David to say something.
All right,
I didn't coordinate this. My bad.
Yeah.
How's it going? This is our third episode of Dayglow Show, aka just Dayglow, actually. But we've got a new URL that is dayglow.show, which is where you can watch and find all the other stuff. David built this page with a cool tool slash method slash process that he has documented called Linktree Exposed. Is that right?
Sure. I mean, the name of my kind of newsletter is iShotJR Exposed. And so everything is something exposed. And so that one particular newsletter was Linktree Exposed because I wanted to show people how they can make their own Linktree without having to worry about whatever weird kind of surveillance and ads this company probably, thrives on in order to allow you to share a couple links on a simple web page. So I wanted to show a sort of cheap or free and relatively easy way to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Just laughing at the comments already. Oh, wow, you shot JR. That's a deep cut.
Yeah, so on this page you can find all the different places to see what's going on with the show, including, actually, if you scroll down here, I'm going to try and pull up the collaboration doc for this episode. So for each episode that we do, one of the cool things about this format in particular is that we have a live collaboration doc running, and the link to that is in the description of this video. And also we'll be going up on that Linktree-esque page so that you can see in live real time as we pull up documentation pages, pull up different things that we're talking about, different pieces of hardware and stuff, and even code snippets and stuff that we're playing around with. We started out this show as just us two doing a little hacks and snacks thing together. And we would always be like, wait, what are you running there? Can you drop that to me? And so this is just sort of a continuation on that format. And we find that we like it a lot. Let us know what you think.
Awesome.
Cool. So I'm going to pull up today's one real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know why my browser hates me all of a sudden, but such is life. The fan noise over here is... Oh, that would be great. Thanks. Yeah.
Oops, no, sorry. No? I almost dropped the link to our internal planning document, not the public live collaboration one, which is coming in just a second.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. Close that. Open the other thing. Oh boy, browser. I just rebooted you! But here we go. Gremlin noises are obligatory when dealing with tech issues. There we go.
There it is.
So, you can see not only the description and all those links and good stuff, but also we'll be dropping stuff in here. And David, you've got some cool stuff to show off in a second.
Sure.
But let me make sure that we're not skipping over anything. Who are we? Oh man, that's a big question.
Whoops. Did we skip that?
Yeah, so we could do that real quick.
You go first. I need to figure out who I am real quick.
Okay. I've been using the term Renaissance nerd recently. I'm a weird hardware person who came out of FIRST Robotics and the hackerspace scene. Studied languages in college and then just went full bore into hardware stuff, although I do play around with languages still, and do stuff like companion bots like Archimedes here, whose head is off right now, but otherwise he's back to normal, which is great. Let me grab his head real quick. I was really excited to finally get an Archimedes back together for open source last weekend. But usually it's like that. And he's got cool LEDs and stuff now. Anyway, so I built a lot of companion bots, and I'm going to be digging into a little bit of that later today with my custom companion bot PCB.
Awesome. I didn't know we were supposed to prepare a whole origin story.
I mean, I don't know.
No, that's great. I'm David, often known online as iShotJR. I'm not sure what my origin story is, but I also... like to mess. I'm very enthusiastic about hardware and try to get my hands on and play with just about everything you can imagine. And so that's, I guess, part of what this show is this stuff is on my desk and we might as well share it with a larger audience. So here we go.
Yeah, and so real quick, we had a couple of questions last time about the chat. We will be pulling up chat comments on the screen from time to time, like this one, for example. The thing is that like we have two different YouTube channels that we're streaming to, mine and David's, and so you may see comments that you don't see in the YouTube interface, but coming up on the screen, and that is because they may be you may be commenting in different channels, so you can't see each other necessarily. Which, alas, I don't think there's anything we can do about that. But that's what's going on in case there's.
But we try to share them all on the screen there, so you'll see them one way or another.
Yeah. And then finally, just like a quick overview of what we've got going on today, you're going to kick off with a mailbag. And
sure.
then
Yeah,
what's happening after that?
Oh, after the mailbag, we have a new Arduino that just came out today. I haven't actually been checking the news, so I assume it's been announced and people are aware of it, but maybe not. Maybe this is breaking news, but we do have permission to share it, so hopefully that'll be fine. And the other thing we're going to be talking about is Rebble and Pebble, and those are not angled well for viewing right now, but trust me, it'll all make sense. Oh, yay. It'll all make sense when we get into that segment too.
Yes, I trust you, David. So I just realized that I left the tablet I'm using for Pebble setup. But what we're going to do with that is that I'm going to basically try and set up Rebble, the independent OS, on my Pebble Time Round from back in the day, which its battery is holding up shockingly well.
That's
and
awesome.
You're going to tell us all about like what's going on with that, like with Pebble updates. There's new hardware. There's new OS stuff. But I think let's just dive into the mailbag stuff.
I was going to say,
ready.
would you like me to do my mailbag while you run and grab that tablet? I can do that. Maybe
sure.
you're already doing the same thing. So two things I'm excited about right now, I know this is a mutual interest, is the M5 Stack cardputer. This is the original cardputer. I'm actually working on a project with this right now. I'm not actually sure what's going to happen if I turn it on, but it is this amazing little ESP32 based, okay, yeah, that's working, machine. It's basically the thing that I dreamed of as a child because I hadn't envisioned kind of slab form factor cell phones, but I always wanted like a really ridiculously tiny computer that I could put in my pocket, and this is that. Right now you're seeing a sort of CircuitPython REPL on the screen, so it's like a fully fledged computer, can do kind of anything that an ESP32 can do. But this is the cardputer 1.0, and just arriving yesterday is the cardputer version 1.1. And the main features of this improvements are it's got a larger battery, and it's really hard to tell. Like I can't see it as I hold these up, but I promise it's true. The keys are a little bit bigger. I don't know if you can see that, but the keys are slightly bigger and faster ESP32 in there, I believe. The main features that make this one a little bit fancier than the version 1.0, but not so fancy as to be a version 1.2, I guess. And some other things that are great about it is it's Lego compatible. It's got these little Technic holes on it. It's got a micro SD card, which mine right now is filled with that Signaloid, which is why my micro SD card is glowing. Kind of an unusual thing to see. And it's also got the Grove and I believe another connector that I can't remember where it is. I think it's got a couple different connectors on there, and microphone, Wi-Fi, all kinds of stuff, and it's just a self-contained little amazing computer. Oh, and it's magnetic. So after you like put a bunch of, after you made it whatever you want to do, like observing sensor values and stuff like that, you put a little graph on here, and you just like stick it on the wall, and it like continues to show. Oh, my camera's decided that it wants to go over there. Okay. So, cardputer was one of the two things I wanted to share. The other thing I wanted to share literally just arrived, and Alex, I think you might have some familiarity with these guys. So I'm in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and in our mutual hackerspace, all hands active. One of the tenants in there used to be a company called Backyard Brains, still located in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Yeah, Greg Gage, and they have created you might have seen there are other products that are like sticking things into a cockroach's brain so you can make it radio control and things like that. But right now on Kickstarter, they have a thing called a spiker bit. And it's called Spiker Bit because I'm just opening this for the first time. I haven't played with it or even really looked at it. Hadn't had a chance yet, but this is the Spiker Bit. Obviously, you can see based on the form factor that is gonna be where you can shove a micro bit right there. And then this has interfaces that let you control it using your brain or some kind of acronym I can't think of right now, where you read people's sort of muscles.
EEG? Oh, EMG.
What is it?
EMG.
Yeah. It's EEG and EMG and a secret third thing that isn't actually secret. I just can't remember.
EKG or ECG. Yeah. Oh man, I am so into biohacking stuff. So yeah, we got EEG, brains, electroencephalogram,
muscle,
EMG,
and
electrical. Yes. The three things that you need for a life.
World domination.
Both. Yeah. World domination is life.
If we haven't already, we'll drop a link to that Kickstarter in the
I just put it up there.
Awesome.
Let me show people on the screen though. So first we've got the Cardputer V1.1 with a, wow, that's awesome. It's true. So I just put up the docs page, but M5 Stack also sell their things through various outlets that you may be comfortable with, and you can go check that out. They got all the specs, they got a bunch of documentation stuff, they got some tutorials and things, even schematics. Very cool. And then there's also a product comparison down at the bottom. Woo! And then also here is the Spiker Bit Kickstarter, which they're about halfway to their goal, a little over that, and they've got about a month left to go.
Yeah, and you just went live. That's awesome.
Yeah. Definitely wishing good luck to those folks. And then we've got those links dropped into our live collab doc so that you can peruse at your leisure. All right, cool. The other thing I wanted to mention real quick is that I'm working on Hackster tutorials from our previous episodes. If you tuned in before, you can see that we did Thumby stuff. And that includes, for example, let's see. So we each got like a little bouncing graphic up on the screen. You ran some cool stuff from the arcade. I think did some other programming. Oh yeah, so we each got a graphic up on the screen through two different methods. You were converting a static image, and I decided to go ahead and like make some pixel art on the fly on my iPad, kicking off a like minor personal craze. And so like I'm gonna be filling this out with more example code and like exactly what I went through, but for now you can find that. And then I can't find the draft for my other one, but I'm also writing up from last time. Just the really basic look around you video intro demo from our PicoCalc hacks. This was a really fun episode. Cyberdecks. There were a lot of cyberdecks that we looked at, and palm tops from you, David. Good stuff. So I think, are we ready to dive into the Arduino stuff? I'm gonna pull up the blog here, the Arduino blog.
My Wi-Fi is cutting out a little bit. Is everything still? Am I still animated and audible?
Yep, you are both. Awesome. So let's pull up the Arduino blog here and have a quick look at their post. So I checked this this morning. I actually posted on Mastodon, like in a comment, what the actual thing was, because someone was curious about it because they had already posted the blog post. But one thing I'm curious about, it looks like this is a USB-C connection, and there's a number of upgrades from previous versions of the Nano, just as with the Uno. So earlier, like a couple of years ago, actually, we got the Uno R4 Mini and Uno R4 Wi-Fi, which are upgraded versions. And you can find a little bit more about this. Let's see. Where's the stuff about the chip? The R4M1 microcontroller is at the core of all of these. And then Nano, of course, being the smaller version of Arduino boards, it's its own form factor. You've got these castellated edges so that you can either solder it down to another PCB or you can add headers. And I think you can order it either way. Is that right?
Yep.
Another thing I'm curious about is these Modulino nodes, but I think we'll have to dig into those later on. They also have a quick
connector. With me, actually, if you want to.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. That's exciting. I ended up bringing a little quick module, so we can try both of those, maybe.
So another thing I wanted to point out. So the Nano is obviously there's a established range of Nanos from Arduino, and this basically takes the same chip that's in the flagship Uno R4, which is remarkable in that it is their first 32-bit Uno, not the first 32-bit overall, but their first 32-bit Uno, and it makes it much smaller down in their Nano form factor. As mentioned, oh my God, so glad it has a USB-C instead of micro USB. It really upsets me when people still use micro USB, but it's fine. And yeah, so I haven't unboxed this. I've been a beta tester for this for a couple
Ooh,
months. So I've had one, but I haven't opened my box either. But just
cool.
wanted to mention some other accessories real quick, which
Yeah,
include
I
the
got some stuff too.
Nano connector carrier. So this
Mm.
is kind of a breakout for the Nano that lets you
Ooh,
easily access everything on those pins, which we'll get to in a little. By the way, do we have the header or the headerless one? Oh, okay. So this is one with headers.
I
My
don't
beta
know.
one was without headers one, which obviously I can put headers on. And then you'd mentioned the modulinos. So I don't know if you've played with this at all, but the modulinos
I have
were
not.
originally found in the plug and make kit. And plug and make kit is an Arduino Uno R4, which has this special connector on it, as do these others, that lets you daisy chain modules or modulinos onto the board without the need for any soldering. So these nanos have headerless or header versions, so you can breadboard them. But I think the idea of the modulinos is you can take your Uno and you don't even have to mess with any kind of wires, because what you can do is grab a potentiometer, grab some buttons, I can't remember what all of these are, grab some LEDs, and then you can just daisy chain off the board, similar to quick connectors and other I2C things we've seen from other companies. But basically, the idea is no soldering required, not even any breadboarding required, and that's what the modulinos are about. And I think a couple new modulinos just came out that I don't have yet, but yeah, so that's what the whole deal is.
I know that it's named that way because of Italian and stuff, but
Yeah.
for whatever reason, I'm getting all these like Ned Flanders vibes off of Modulino. Like, hi diddly ho, Modulino. Okay, we got like oh good, we've got some. The stream has been running fine so far for both of us. That's great.
Oh, good.
USB-C, yes. I refuse to buy anything with micro USB. And I was going to show real quick some previous some other like Arduino stuff. We've got the Arduino Alvic, which also runs on a Nano. This is an ESP32, I think. Yes,
I
Nano
believe so.
ESP32, and it also has USB-C. I've been like prototyping some 3D printable things that you can stick onto there, and that's going to be another tutorial actually, just modeling based things that you can model onto. And then there's also the Nano RP2040 from a little while ago, and then a little bit I'm going to be showing my companion core and how to use that with all nanos and also Teensy and other like Xiao and Qt Py and small boards. This one has actually been electrocuted at SuperCon, which is why it's got some burn marks on there. But that was the one that I had that like wasn't hooked up to anything. You'll see. Anyway, we'll get to that later though. So
One last thing I wanted to mention about the Nano is also its price. So Arduino R4, the Wi-Fi version at least, is I think about $30 or something, and the Nano is $12.10. So that's another nice aspect of that board. If you don't need all the bells and whistles of the Wi-Fi big Uno, then you can get the much cheaper Nano.
awesome. I'm gonna pull up the product page real quick just so we can have a look at it. But we got some good stuff going on in the chat about USB-C. Lol. Hey, sorry, David. I'll stop making you be front
That's
and center.
quite all right.
Here
Give
we
the
go.
fans what they want.
Yeah, this one's for the mums. Let's see. Here we go. Yes. So we're on euros right now. Interesting, because that would be significantly more than $12. What if we go into the US version? It's not giving me the pop-up, but that's fine. Usually when you go to the Arduino store, it will ask you which continent you're on, basically. Oh, here we go. Get out of here. I don't want to get up to 30 euros credit. I want to. Is that what that is? Here we go. Chaos. Suspense. All right, yeah, it is indeed cheaper in the U.S. One of the few things. We're not gonna get into that though. All right, so yeah, you can check out the Uno Minima and compare that. And then, so yeah, you mentioned all the Modulino nodes, and we've got that pulled up as well. So Modulino is one of many sort of plug and play. Is this I2C, I assume?
I assume so too. I'm actually not certain, but I'm almost certain.
Yeah. You know, looks to be using, if not exactly the same, a similar wire to the Quick and StemmaQT ecosystems, also I2C plug and play modules. Quick is from SparkFun, that's the QWIIC one that is compatible with this guy. And then there's StemmaQT, which is just slightly different. And then there's also, of course, the Seed Grove modules that you mentioned that interact with the CardPuter, as well as Arduino Alvic has breakouts for both. It's got Quick and Grove outputs. So I'm kind of wondering if they're currently labeled Quick, because this is from like a year or two ago at this point. So I'm kind of wondering if they're going to like make the Modulino talk to those ports, and then they'll maybe relabel them. They'll have to fix their font size, though. Unfortunately. It looks so nice right now. Oh. Anyway, enough rambling. What am I saying? This whole thing is basically rambling.
Yeah,
so,
that's the vibe.
Yeah, let's see. So we got two things to jump into. I think that we should. So we've introduced the Uno R4. In my opinion, it makes sense for us to go right into the Pebble stuff and have you give us an update. I want to hear all about like what's going on with that, and then we can like go into the open-ended hacking portion with the things.
That sounds great. Yeah,
because we always like go way over on that.
Let me just prepare, and by prepare I mean take off my watches so I can sort of be ready for that. One other thing I want to say about the Arduino too is I don't know if you've ever ordered from their online store in the US, but they fulfill really, really, really fast. Like it just takes a day or two, and it's pretty easy to get free shipping, if I recall correctly. But when I've ordered stuff from them in the US, I'm just always surprised by how quickly their stuff comes. Oh, we've got some Pebble fans in the audience already wearing their new cores. So, so yeah, I'm not sure kind of how far back we want to dive. I know that the show notes I'm looking at include my love letter to Pebble in the community. Maybe
let me pull that up.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar, Pebble was a smartwatch that was maybe not the first smartwatch, but probably the first that really kind of gained traction. This is one. This is the one that I was wearing. I've got a Tamagotchi watch face on it there, and it's still alive and ticking, not literally. And I see Potato Fi is saying, "Woohoo! Wearing my Pebble Time right now." Pebble Classic in the other room. So Pebble was a really kind of beloved brand. They did a really good job with the community. They're all of their, just even like the little animations and stuff are all kind of whimsical and cute, like the way that they the little icons and stuff like that. I really liked it. I really liked the community, really liked the platform. I really fell in love with like being able to write a little app that like is with me all the time. So I just wear this on my wrist, and then I can, it's even more personal than a phone app, or definitely than like a web app or stuff like that. So I fell in love with Pebble. I started going to all the hackathons and stuff that they held. It's actually fun story how I discovered the Hacker platform that Alex was mentioning earlier. At the Pebble Rock Boulder Hackathon in 2016, we were required to use the Hacker platform to submit our project. And me and my friend Brian, under the HackDad moniker, created a alternative smart strap. Most of the people who were in the hackathon were local from Boulder, but for us, something changed with the sound. I hear.
Yeah, I think it's just your when you yeah, literally the
When I
mic
get
hangs up.
comfortable and lean back. Okay, I'll try not to be comfortable.
No
Um,
comfort.
okay. We attended this. We flew to Colorado just to do this hackathon, and for us, it was very high altitude. So we thought it'd be fun to make a. So the hackathon was about smart straps. On the back of the Pebble Time, there is this serial interface that lets you add additional hardware to your Pebble, and so we made an altimeter smart strap using a Teensy, which we mentioned earlier as well, and we actually won the hackathon for which was pretty great. And so I just got more and more into Pebble. I was a rock star, which is someone who organizes local community events. I was I was worked on the Pebble book that someone was making. Like any Pebble opportunity
Wow.
that existed, I took it. And then Pebble, oh yay, my first ever Hackster project.
Took me a
Yeah.
while to pull that up.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
it's on there somewhere. So you can see there the teensy and the sensor breakout board, and we made a thing that can tell you how high you are.
Almost
Um,
exactly 10 years ago.
Whoa. So wait, it was 2015? I thought it was 2016. Okay, crazy.
No, the
Yeah.
hackathon tour we did was mostly was all in 2015, I think. That's
Oh, okay.
how I remember it.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense. Cool. So that was kind of yeah. At that point I was all in and just completely obsessed with Pebble. And then fast forward about a year. In fact, the next hackathon I went to was a bit strange because there was supposed to be Pebble staff there, and they didn't come. And it was because
Oh
like
no.
a quarter of the staff had been laid off, and they didn't have budget to send any others, I guess. So we already knew something was up, and again, because they built such a strong community, we had I can't remember if it was Slack or Discord at the time, but we had all of us were already congregating online under the Pebble banner. And so when things started to go weird and we all started to panic, we were all kind of congregated. And to make a long story short, that turned into the Rebble project, which was after Pebble went out of business. We wanted to keep these watches that we really love alive. And you might think, what do you need? You don't need a watch as a watch. You don't need anything to keep it alive. But there's an app store, there's weather, there's dictation, there's various functionality that does have to be recreated from scratch because it wasn't an open source project. We didn't have any of the code. So it had to be reverse engineered and replicated by members of the community.
Wow.
And little spoiler alert from the blog there, as you
Sorry.
can see. No, that's great. No, that's perfect.
Okay.
So one of the things that happened this year is that the firmware, which again we'd been, I have a prop for this. So we, I say we, I mean I was barely involved in this aspect of it, but one of the areas of concentration was creating a operating system because we didn't have that code. And so here is actually something that I was messing around with, which is a replacement Pebble hardware. This is a NRF52 dongle, little bit of SRAM, your memory and pixel display, and a thing that lets you talk to it. And this ran actual Pebble apps. Again, I wasn't responsible for that functionality. This is just me playing around with hardware. And so anyway, within honestly months of Pebble ceasing to exist, we had a lot of the stuff reverse engineered. We were very lucky to have Fitbit because they acquired the IP and they kind of kept the servers on for longer than would have happened otherwise, while we tried to replace them. And so I think about a year and a half after Pebble was gone, we actually had those replacement web services. And when I say we, again, this was largely the work of one person, Catherine, who, yes, that's right, original asterisk. This is in fact, I'll get into that in a second. But so Catherine made web services for us and kind of allowed us to fully recreate the Pebble experience. We didn't have replacement firmware at that point, but everything just kind of worked for many years, more years than you would expect it to. And the other thing about the Rebel Web Services is they gave us a revenue stream because um, we needed to pay for the cloud platform. We needed to pay for dictation and weather services. So we started
Mm.
optional $3 a month service, which an astonishing number of people decided they wanted to sign up for. And that gave us the money to be able to do all that stuff. And anyway, so fast forward to 2025, and the Pebble firmware, FreeRTOS based operating system, has been open sourced. And yeah, I just going back to what was referred to as an original asterisk. This is kind of like a pre-asterisk. So all of the Pebble hardware has code names based on Tintin and associated. Yeah, that's where these names are.
French comics.
Yeah, so one of the
Bande dessinée.
Rebel board members made a prototype board, much more advanced than that little thing that I've got there, which is called Asterisk because it's the same author but a different, comic. But let me just show another.
I didn't realize those were the same guy. Wait, Hergé?
I thought they. I assume they were. Isn't that where the name comes
awesome.
from?
I'm gonna check it out.
Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I might have my lore incorrect.
Oh no! Fascinating if so, though. Like I totally would believe it.
So speaking of asterisk, so these are some kind of awesome artifacts from the original Pebble. When they closed down their offices, people, went through the dumpsters and stuff and recovered things and sold them. And I bought some. So when you before you have something like this, you need a prototype, hopefully better than the one that I, hopefully something a little bit more robust than this. And so what they had in the interim were these big boards. So this is a big board of the original Pebble.
Oh, cool.
And then that gets used for development and then squashed down to a form factor device that can actually sit on your wrist. And then the thing that's on my wrist right now, the Pebble Time, which was the second generation color device, was so this is that watch, and then here is a big board for that.
Whoa.
What they would use to develop for that. And then
my own one here is a Pebble Time Round, which to me is just like the perfect, like this is the first smartwatch I ever saw that seemed like an actual, aesthetically like a watch I would wear.
Yeah.
Just it's so small, because at the time I don't know, I'm sure there's much smaller ones, but at the time we were mostly having ones that were yay big, massive bricks on your wrist for the power and stuff and the smarts they had to put in there. It's just it's
I
so
don't
small.
have a Pebble Time Round handy other than these sort of development ones. By the way, fun fact, that's what your quote round screen looks like inside. Not so round after all, is it?
Classic. Wait, is that an octagon?
Yeah.
Cool. Better than a square. Oh yeah, or something gone.
So I think the round is widely regarded as kind of the pinnacle of the design. Like the other ones might be more capable, have better battery life, but the round is definitely, I think, most people's favorite. Just one other fun thing here.
Are you calling me
this
basic?
is actually the thing that came before the Pebble. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I've never really had to say it out loud, but Alerta or Ierta, depending on how you want to pronounce it, was the BlackBerry only Pebble predecessor. So anyway, that was a long way to go to say the same in the same path those pieces of hardware went along. Asterisk was a board that Joshua, a member of Rebel, kind of prototyped, and we never really did anything with it. But it obviously kind of provided a pathway from messing around with the software to where we are today, which is Eric Majakowski, the original founder of Rebel, has taken this same idea and this free open source software that Google have provided and created the Core 2 Duo. So this is literally the case from the Pebble 2. Like these are Pebble 2 cases. It's got a little bit different back because I guess the hardware is a little bigger. So it's a little thicker on the back. And then the chip inside here is the NRF52, which is that same dongle prototype that I showed you, has now ended up inside this new generation of watch, which is a brand new watch that is in production today. And
Wow.
there's a
I
couple
gotta.
hundred beta. Go ahead.
Ooh. No, please finish your thought, and then I got a couple of things to interject.
I was just saying there's a couple hundred of them out there beta testing, and then tens of thousands, I believe, have been sold through the website that you're showing on your screen right now.
Wow. So someone commented about the battery. Yeah, JPlexer. So yeah, one thing you were talking about as well with the PTR, the Pebble Time Round, is like how incredible the battery is. This thing was sitting in a box for multiple years, and I plugged it in, and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to keep this plugged in forever because it's gonna be mad at me. The battery isn't gonna want to like hold a charge for a while. Nope. It is doing great. Like I charged it up yesterday. I found this other old one, which is like this guy. I don't know
Yay!
what version is this, a 2? It's
That
got
is the
like
OG. That is the OG Pebble with some kind of fun skin
a
on
little
it.
like brushed metal kind of
Yeah,
like
you
sticker
got a
skin
little
situation.
vinyl skin over it. Yeah,
It's throwing a really cute error where it gives
we
a little
love.
sad face. Where'd it
Yeah,
go?
we love that era.
There we
A
go.
lot of the people in the audience making these comments, by the way, are people Rebel contributors or people from
Oh,
the
cool.
Rebel universe. I'm trying to translate people's
Oh,
they have different names in here. So I see like Potato Fi. I can recognize his emoji, his avatar, even though his name is different on here. And same with
what
JP.
do the thing?
I see in here. So feel free to let us know what
Oh.
your Rebel Discord name is to help me out.
Ah, interesting. Well, I mean, but the PTR like battery, like this guy is much newer than the classic, and yet the battery in
Okay.
this fella is like doing way better than the
Yeah.
one in here. Which like the second I take this off of the thingy, it just
Yeah.
dies. But that's also because I treated them like a terrible parent and did not like charge them for ages. So Potato Fi here, resident potato guy. I love the rhyme there. There's one other thing, which is that, alas, we peddled a little bit of misinformation, and this might be a little sensitive.
Oh,
Apologies.
thank you. Yeah.
So they are written by different people. So Tintin is written by Hergé, who is Belgian, turns out. So just setting the record straight
And
on that.
Asterisk was French. Yeah.
I totally said they were both French comics, and it's on me. So yeah, my bad. They're by apparently different people, but they are still in the same like
Contemporaries. Yeah.
francophone verse. yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Cool. So that's all I had to say. Francoverse. Oh, that sounds bad. Anyway.
Yeah. I think I don't know if Joshua came up with the name. He's the person who designed that prototype board that I mentioned, but I will have to follow up and try and if anyone else again from the Rebel universe wants to jump in that remembers better than me where the asterisk name came from, I'd appreciate it.
Nice. Cool. So, I was going to try and get the Rebel OS set up on my Pebble Time Round, even if it means, as I sadly think it probably does, means losing this beautiful Domokun themed watch face that I found someone else had made years and years ago. Isn't it so cute?
I mean, we might be able to get it back. The Pebble, the Rebel App Store. So again, during the initial activities of the great, Pebble collapse of 2016, one of the things that one of our collaborators did was wrote a script to scrape the entire Pebble App Store. So we have all of the original apps, and we have recreated an app store that they can be downloaded from. So let's set that as a challenge to see if we can get your
Great.
yeah, we'll see if we can get your watch face back. I would say the
That makes me
chances are
really
probably pretty
happy
good.
because I love it. Oh God.
And yeah, in my story, I kind of skipped over I
interesting.
skipped over from like the beginning to like, okay, and now there's new watches. And now we're going to step back a bit to the period in between, which is if you don't have a new watch, but you do have an original Pebble and you want to use it, this is how, and that is with the Rebel Web Services, which is what I believe we're going to look at.
We're going to dig in. Shall I start going?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
And we're going to cheat a little bit because the Android experience is much easier than the iOS experience. So we chose to do an Android device today rather than iOS.
And so I'm going to try and avoid the
Hey, that's good.
reflections as much as possible. But so full confession, I started. So this is also an ancient. Oh, it's upside down. Ancient tablet that is the only like reliably functional like Android device I have going right now, and I wanted to make sure that it was like going to function. So I started this process yesterday, just like resetting the device and signing in, like downloading the APK and stuff to make sure it would actually run. Because in the setup process, it makes you like say whether your whether your device is running Android OS 13 and earlier versus 14 and later or something like that. I'm just going to click into this. And mine's running Android 7, so that was an easy choice. Here we go. So I was like going through this being like, is this going to work? Yeah, here we go. So I'm running 13 or earlier. So
I mean, the older the better with this stuff.
Really? Oh, I figured, it might make sense because they were sort of contemporary. I think this was, a valid tablet around the same time that this was happening. So I pulled this up on the tablet itself so that I could download the APK. That actually went really smoothly. It just downloaded it. I had to do a little bit of permissions stuff, but the tutorial goes into that in a really friendly way. Allow from this source. Google really doesn't want you to like run that stuff. I was running 7 or earlier, so this is more the territory we're talking about. And I did allow it to do all the things on there. So I hit skip login twice, and then it came up with a Bluetooth thing, and I stopped because I was like, oh man, this is like actually going really smoothly, and I'm gonna like not have anything to show on the stream. So we're at step 6 of 14 here. Ooh, there's an I need help thing, but I can't right click on it to open in a new tab. Maybe you did something else. Anyway, choose the type of Pebble you have. Okay, so let's hit that. I'm going to pull up the tablet again and have a look at the that. Let's see. So here we are. This is where I stopped last night. Oh, and you can see the like APK there in my downloads. It's just like 25 megs. I'm a little worried. I kind of wonder if this tablet is slowly eating its own memory. We're going to hit Pebble Time Round. Dip. Do the thing. Oh. Okay, there we go. Pair Pebble. So I think that the Bluetooth is already enabled, but let me double check. Oh yeah,
with the Bluetooth taskbar, yeah.
So pair. Do I have to set this to pairing in actually, you know what?
What you might want to do on the watch itself actually is go into Bluetooth and forget any already existing connections if there are any. That'll help us.
This makes sense. I also can like look at the actual docs.
That's okay.
Okay, here we go. So going into the Bluetooth settings on the watch. 1 second. Here we go. I wish I could get it to not automatically adjust brightness. That would be lovely. Thank you. I think if I push this away. No? Anyway, okay. So settings. I think if I go further.
No, so if you press the back button real quick, it's going to be the middle button. There you go.
Aha.
Down one. Yeah. There you go.
Bluetooth.
Yep.
Connection.
And now just forget that device down there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's from like a bajillion years ago. Forget. If only it were so easy with everything else. Remember to also forget the Pebble's Bluetooth connection from your phone. Forget everything all the time. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I imagine you've forgotten that device even existed, so you're fine.
Yeah. I'm going to turn the brightness up on this so that it stops being a jerk at me. But 1 second.
How's the battery on the tablet?
I adjusted the brightness before I got in here. What?
Did the tablet itself, you said it was an old tablet, is the battery okay on that device?
Yep, it's doing okay.
Awesome.
So, connection. Pebble time. Pair pebble. It's already got a little scroll wheel going on there. Let's see. So the app starts looking for nearby pebbles. It should shortly see your pebble as pebble XXXX, which can also be seen on the pebble, so you can confirm that the
Look at
phone is
that.
seeing the right watch.
Now, this is
Check it
one
out.
thing. Don't worry about the fact that it says it's Pebble Time, Pebble Time, Pebble Time Round. They're basically the same. Just go for it.
Gotcha. It is connecting. Hey! So I shall. Sure, I don't have that. Well, I don't have that stuff on here anyway. Oh, it's got a little green heart. Oh, look at
Isn't
it
it
go.
adorable? Yeah.
It's so adorable.
This is what I was
best.
saying earlier about like the whimsical graphics and stuff. Just make you kind of have to love it.
It's true. I do. I must. Set language, English. Do. Stop changing my brightness on me. Done. Okay, your Pebble is now updated with English. You can change the selection anytime from the settings menu. To get notifications, you need to enable Pebble in system settings by tapping the button below. All right. Enable.
By the way, is the tablet on Wi-Fi and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
No problem. Okay. Welcome to Pebble Health. Track my sleep and activity so I can become a better me. That's a little presumptuous. But sure, why not? I want to sleep more. That is true. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just skip this later. Well, I'll do it real quick because it's not letting me skip. That's fine. Off screen.
It doesn't know if you're lying. You can put whatever you want.
I just had my birthday last week, so I gotta like put like the new number in.
Oh no.
No, I like it. Oh. I don't know. It's a victory, you know. I've continued surviving.
Oh, good. Okay.
Also, for last week, I spent the whole week doing creative projects that I had, and fixing stuff that I had been neglected and broken for too long. So that was very exciting. Cool. So this is working. So this is the Pebble app. And now I'm going to pull up, but it's running off of an APK, so it is definitely like the Rebble distributed one. Let's see what happens next. I don't think the Pebble privacy policy is valid anymore. Fair. Oh, we've got a lavender in the chat. I'm not sure if you're pulling the comments up, David. Actually, can you?
I don't know that I can. I think that's just
okay.
You don't have an option.
All right.
But Lav is another awesome community member. Yeah, all I can do is delete, put user in timeout, or ban user, and I don't want to do any of those things. I can't. I can't promote them up.
But yeah, this is the little. Okay, actually, did you want to show the screenshot that you sent me? Shall I show it?
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing. Yeah, Labs. Yeah.
So
totally
I'm noticing a little consistency here between our little fella and your avatar. What's going on here, David?
So that was just rendering that Joshua, one of our collaborators, was working on last night, and I had asked if I could share it in our live stream, and Joshua came back with his version with the Lav Ghost on it. So I thought that was the best version to share.
That is so cute. Are you
so
wait?
That's an exploded view of a Pebble 2, which is the device that the Core 2 Duo is kind of based on, the spiritual successor of. Yeah, as JP says, Lav is awesome graphic designer, and I would say UX expert that creates all of our Figmas and all of the those kind of tools, artifacts. I'm not quite sure what the right word is, but
yeah, assets.
Assets, yeah.
It does look like a similar style to some of the previous Pebble stuff, and I'm wondering if that's like an intentional thing, or did Lavender design those things?
No, and I mean, it's just we've tried to emulate.
Gotcha.
Like if you look at the Rebel website, it looks kind of the same design language as the original Pebble stuff, just because we like it and we want to kind of continue that vibe. People have made lots of icons and things like that. And as Potato Fi says, thank you, Lev, for keeping Pebble's art style alive and unified.
It's gorgeous. I love this little ghosty. It's so cute. Please tell me
So
that's somewhere in the OS.
so right now you have the watch working, but you don't have the Pebble activated. Sorry, you don't have the Rebel web services activated.
Okay, so I have to go to boot.rebel.io on my tablet.
Yeah, and one tricky thing I should be thinking about is you will need an SSO. We didn't want to build
Wait a minute.
a account system, so
Oh,
you'll
okay.
need to auth via one of these mostly crappy platforms that you have to
I
choose
did
from. Just so you know.
set up. Cool. Sorry to talk over you. My bad.
No, you're great.
Go do the thing. There we go. So going to boot.rebel.io, and I
Mm-hmm.
think I did create a Rebel account.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
just hooked up to my Google, so we'll
Oh,
see. I probably
fantastic.
didn't log into that on Firefox yet, though, but we'll make
Yeah,
that happen real quick.
and just to explain a little bit about what's going on here, there was many amazing gifts that the Pebble team bestowed upon us, and one of them was the fact that they have the ability to offer alternate endpoints for the services provided by the watch. And so that's what is being exploited here is we are saying, hey, instead of going to pebble.com to do this, to get the app store or whatever, use this URL that we created.
So I'm still typing my password. Would you like to tell us a little bit about this blog post that you wrote back in the day? Because I kind of skipped over
Ooh.
that.
Which
Where'd it
blog
go?
post
The
is that? I
open
wrote a
letter.
lot
Here we
of blog
go.
posts back in the day. Oh.
Unless you already did that and I kind of missed it because I was doing other stuff.
Sure. Yeah, that was just I'm not sure exactly what like the precise timing is, but a couple of days before there was a thing called Rebel, I think I put together that blog post about kind of how much I loved Pebble and all the great experiences I'd had and etc. So the picture at the top there is from that Ottawa hackathon that me and my friend Rob also won, and you can see a Pebble Time
Woo!
Round. So that was a Pebble Time Round themed hackathon there, and I just had so many great experiences with the community, with the hackathons, with the quote Rockstar program, and
Woo!
all of that. I wasn't ready to let Pebble go away, even if the company was no longer in existence. And there was a large number of similarly minded folks, again, kind of created from the strength of the community that Pebble had created while they were alive, the developer community and the larger community. And, a couple of days, I think, after I wrote this blog post, you'll find the first blog post on rebel.io because we came up with the name Rebel and started doing all the reverse engineering that I was talking about earlier, and Rebel became a thing.
Very cool. Lots of stuff in here to dig
Uh-huh.
through. So everyone, you can find that in the description to this video as well as in our collab document. As with a bunch of other stuff I've been dropping in here, but David's various articles are up here. So I got that running. Now I'm back on the boot.rebel.io page. Also, hi Paul, creator of
Hi,
the
Paul.
Teensy, which we called out a couple of times,
I
and
know.
also,
I hope Paul got to hear us say teensy a bunch of times earlier.
well, if not, then we'll get back to it later. Nope. It's telling me to go to boot.rebel.io while I'm at boot.rebel.io, but I think it's because I was on the off page. So just let me go there. Oh, it still says in order to continue, please go to boot.rebel.io on your phone. I am on my phone. I mean, my equivalent of a phone. Let's see if I can figure out a way to get around this. What if I use a different browser so that it knows I'm not on a computer desktop thing? Can I just say, oh, there we go. Haha, okay, I had to disable
Nice. That's some
desktop
good
site.
debugging there. I was like, I have not seen this before. I wonder what's going on.
I have done QA before, and we'll do it again. Make sure you have this page open on the device on which you use the official Pebble app, which actually I'm not sure. Well, oh yeah, I guess I did install that. That's the APK from before. Once you tap the button, the app, Pebble Android app will launch. One of three things will then happen. Oh, we got some suspense.
Choose your own
A Rebel
adventure,
screen
yeah.
will appear. It may have an orange spinner above it. You may ignore this. Thank you. The old Pebble login screen may appear. If this happens, close the app from the app switcher and open it again. A Rebel screen should now appear. This is so cool. Or nothing. If this happens, tap the little menu in the top right corner, then tap settings. At this point, either a Rebel screen will appear or nothing interesting. In this case, scroll down to account and make sure you are logged out. If not, tap it to log out. Tap it to log out, etc. So, in
Since
any
this is
case,
a
once you
fresh install, it should be hopefully one of the easier options.
great, awesome. So once we tap the button on the Pebble app's Welcome to Rebel screen, we're done. If the Pebble disconnects, just tap the usual
We're almost done. We
button.
then have to go look for your watch face and see if we can reinstall it.
Yeah. Okay. Hey. Okay, so we switched back to the app. We did indeed get a thing happening. I've got a little, what looks like a little Android guy up in the top corner. I'm gonna hit skip login again, like before, I guess. Should I log in? I don't know. Okay, let's see. This says I should sign in through boot.rebel.io, but that's a previous step. So I hit switch to Rebel or launch app or something. So now I'm looking at the docs pages here. If you get back to the Pebble app and don't see the screen, e.g. you see the login screen again, go back to the browser and press switch to Rebel again. Okay. I read all that stuff out loud, but sometimes when I'm reading stuff aloud, I don't really process it, you know? So hopefully, here we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
You got option 2 from the list of outcomes. Thank you. So I'm just going to go back and hit it again, like it says. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to, I'm going to close it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, no. What?
You close
Why did you
everything?
close that
Oops.
too?
I think you
It's been a long
closed
time since
all
I used
apps.
Android. I was hitting the X button on that particular
Oh.
app, but I guess it just misunderstood me, or I did it poorly. So whatever. Okay, switch to Rebel. Let's try this again. Yes, I would like to leave Firefox to view the content. Oh, it still says skip login screen. I wish that I had screenshotted that previous page because again, I was reading it aloud and didn't really process it.
I wish that I'd gone
should've
through
done
this process again
that.
more
Oh, you know what?
recently so I could remember how it works, but
Maybe I can go back. Let's see. Nope. Well, this is why we have the chaos aspect. I'm
and
already
this is
logged
why
in.
we
Don't
have
make me do it
helpful folks
again.
in
Don't. Oh no, it's gonna make me log in again to Google, which means connecting it up to my. I have to like launch on another device and do stuff real quick.
Mhm.
It'll just be real quick. Not using security key because I don't have anything here. Please feel free to jump in with
JP really enjoys the
content.
chaos aspect, which is kind of the theme of the show, so that's
It's more
appropriate.
QA, right?
I've only ever seen it. I've seen it go twice before and then work. That's been my typical experience. Is that you have to do it twice, but
Oh, I got locked into a whole. Okay. It found me again, but it's telling me I'm all set again. So, oh dear. Get started now. What if I just like hit this? Oh, yay! Great. Okay.
yeah.
Now, one of the things I did last night was remember how to take a screenshot on this thing. So I'm going to do that so I can actually look at it.
Nice.
Okay. So either ignore or in this case, close it from the app switcher and open it again. Rebel screen should now appear or nothing. Okay, cool. Right. So
Is
we're
that the
gonna hit
real web
switch to
page or the
Rebel.
picture? Okay.
This is the real one.
Okay, cool.
It's the real deal. I keep getting this login screen. I wonder if this also thinks that I'm on like a desktop, maybe? No, because it was treating it just fine. And look at this little Android guy that's showing up here.
Yeah, well, that's because that's the web view. Is what.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I don't have a hamburger menu or like that little 3 dots guy, whatever that's called. But what if I hit back? Nothing. What if I hit the other back button?
All right, maybe just try killing just the Pebble up again and hitting the boot one more time.
This time. There we go. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Come here, sweet Rebble. Did I need to like log out of the Pebble app?
I mean, shouldn't just because
Super
it's a
weird.
brand new installation.
I wonder if it can't be launching the wrong app because the only thing that I installed was this one APK, and it's the same one,
Yeah.
right? It's not the actual official Pebble app. Yeah, right, because the APK is
This is the
the
one you
Pebble app.
downloaded. Yeah, so it's the right one.
It's not like a special APK from Rebel. It's just like an archived version. Is that right?
Yeah, will it let you press skip login and
I think
maybe just have a
so.
look? Have a
Yeah,
look and
that's a
see if
good.
you've already got it. You may find that you've already got it. Go to the App Store. Go to the
How do I App Store? Is that this? Ooh.
yeah, hit plus.
Yeah. See if we can. Oh.
Yeah, okay. So it's, as you can see, still trying to
Wait,
go to
my Pebble is
apps.
disconnected. Let's try connecting that.
It's normal for the Pebble to disconnect during the upgrade, so
Okay,
that's okay.
that makes sense. Yeah, I think that was in the thingy. Okay.
All right, give me
Still
another boot.
fitting.
Come on, let's try a fourth time. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Everyone,
Okay,
like,
hang on a second. Pause.
dude.
Lab says to just kill off the recent app and then open it again. No need to boot again.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try that. Where did it go? I think it's still in my. If I just wait, here we go. Haha.
It does have that
Okay.
persistent notification that you can hit, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like the download thingamajig.
No, the
Oh
thing at the
yeah, if I
bottom
like
that
hit
says the
this.
Pebble you're connected, you could also hit that to launch it, I suppose.
Try that. We got a little orange. Oh, okay.
Well, you can
You can
don't worry
have.
about that. But
Okay,
now try the.
let's go back to this and see if we can. No.
All right.
It could be my fault for using this like,
No,
ancient device, but also they are contemporary, so.
no, it's not the device at all.
Try launching it all the different ways. These are, I think, just like they're not hooked up to my Google situation. I wonder if I've got like a permissions issue of some type, but I don't think so. But let me go check in my settings and see if there's anything there that's like
I
blocking
mean, everything
stuff.
you're doing is fairly normal of the experience. Oh, that's a good idea. Your app might not
Ah,
be. It might not really be getting killed when you swipe it.
that
Let's
makes
try
sense.
really killing it to death with fine. So if you go
Okay,
back to the
with
icon,
prejudice. Where's the like with prejudice
if you
option?
go
Event
back to the
apps.
icon and hold it down, there'll be an option.
Mm.
You might be able to get. Yeah, go to the Pebble, then hold it down,
Oops.
and that.
Well,
Oh,
that's fine.
maybe it might be different on this version of Android or something. I can't remember quite how
Yeah,
Android stuff
ASUS has
works.
some like weird situation with
Okay.
their whole stuff. This is probably why I was jumping into it
Yeah.
yesterday. But if I click on this, I think I can like force stop. There we go.
Yeah. Good
It may
job.
misbehave.
Awesome.
Well, I aim to misbehave. Also, it's already misbehaving, so. I wonder if this thing like just has problems for stopping stuff. I'm gonna restart this tablet. Is what I'm gonna do.
Give
And
it
I'll
one more
like
try before you
definitely.
do that. Give it one more try. Just try open.
Oh yeah, okay. I see
Try
what you
opening
mean.
the
The
app
other
one more
thing.
time. Yeah.
Okay. What if I like do that and then force stop? Hey, okay. That looks like it might have actually worked. Naughty app. Destroy all apps. We've got all these great comments here. If you'd like to read through these actually while I do this stupid thing.
Sure. Yeah. So Lav
might.
is offering continual advice with the setup process as an expert Rebeler.
Okay.
But yeah, as Lav says, boot isn't usually the clunky part. So hopefully this restart will help. I am not sure, but
You
yeah.
jinxed it.
Okay, potato pie.
Chipperdoodle's jumping in with destroy all apps. Valid. I like how you can see like the random like little bits of my studio around here. Fortunately, it's up, so you can't see the terrible stuff. But
we had a thing like this last time with the Pico Calc, where it was like an awesome reflection / presentation.
That's what happens with the all the glossy stuff.
Hey, we've got Rob saying, I think the Pebble's cute icons and animations designed by the guy who designed the web OS interface.
Gotcha.
But Rob is who I mentioned earlier. I went to the Ottawa hackathon with, where we won that Pebble Time round in the picture.
Ha! Cool. Also, what's up, Rob? Boot isn't usually the clinky part. You read that one already. Paul Stofford, naughty app, indeed. Okay. We're looking for the screen with the rocket and the ready to rebel button. This is taking
Yeah.
a while. Sorry.
That's
But
okay.
actually, here we go.
Maybe
Back
this
to
will be the magic that we needed.
swipe up. Swipe up. I didn't
All
put
right,
a
so
code
are
on
we
here.
just
So I was like,
opening Pebble, or are we rebooting or are we doing the boot process again and then opening Pebble?
it sounded from what Lav said before that we could just we didn't have to re-go into the browser and launch it from there. But usually it just looks like clicking. Using. Oh no! All right, cool. So I'm gonna hit the app and see what happens. Yes, it sounds like maybe you can confirm this, Lev, but it sounds like the launching of the app from the browser is not the key part. Let's try this. Ah, it hates me. Okay, I'm gonna go and double check.
Do maybe try the logout real quick.
Okay, yeah. How can I log out? Okay.
So it's under the fourth thing, which is your settings. Yeah.
Oh, you can choose units, language settings, hide the persistent notification. Yeah, sure. Is that on the tablet screen or on the Pebble screen?
That was the one that was in the drop down that I said
Okay,
that
yeah.
we tapped on earlier. It kind of makes the app less reliable.
Oh no. Okay. Wait,
some
disabling it makes it less reliable, or
disabling it makes it less. Yeah,
okay,
uncheck your thing for now is what I'd suggest. Yeah.
Oh, well, it thinks that I'm. Okay. So I'm not logged in here.
Okay.
Let's try the Firefox.
I mean, I didn't think so, because how would you be on a brand new installed app? But Lav says swipe the app away, and then do the boot process to launch the app.
Okay, yeah. Swipe it away. It's swiped. Cool. Okay. So one more time. Or try the boot in the web browser again. So
No, exactly what you did. You're good.
Alas. Well, okay. The good news is this thing is working, which is rad, and we got the Rebel OS on it. And the sad thing is that I can't seem to install other watch faces. But let's keep trying other stuff. Start it up by opening the link. Hey, there we go. Let me. Wait, it's something different. It looks kind of the same to me, where it's like it's still taking me back to the Pebble login screen. But let me know if I'm wrong. Pebble's disconnected. Connect. Okay. Now. Okay, it's connected to the thing. Just gonna keep trying. Yep, no. So why would it possibly not be working? It's trying to hit this getpebble.com.
Yeah, I mean, so what the boot process does is it replaces those URLs with ones that work, and so that's how we know it's kind of like
yeah.
the
So
boot
it shouldn't
process
be
is
trying
not
to hit this
working
one at
because
all.
yeah.
Getcha. Okay. That's real weird. Why do it hate me? Okay, so if I think through this a little bit, so what we did with Rebel was hit this up, we signed in.
Yeah, I agree. That's a really interesting point. What Lav says is that the Bluetooth disconnection kind of indicates that it's working. So it's really maybe. Can you try pulling up? Did we do apps? Tried pulling up watch faces. Like maybe it's somehow like got a cached page for that or something. Try whichever the opposite of which we did before.
Yeah, good point. Okay. Oh wait, no, I was gonna.
No, you're good. No, don't worry about that.
I'm worrying about it.
Worry about it.
Stop
All right. Yeah. So now do a plus here.
What, you trying to like make sure that it's trying to connect to the right place, like force it to not cache that URL?
I just wondered if, like, we'd tried it and the watch.
What if we just like clear the entire cache or whatever? That doesn't really make sense. But I'm gonna try it anyway.
It's an interesting idea. That's a great idea.
Why not? I'm gonna try and put something interesting on screen while I derp around in the settings.
Okay, hang on a second. The Lav has another idea. Next time you get to the screen with skip login, swipe the app away right then, and then restart it, because that screen is a part to be the one when you see the rocket. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll try that, and then I will try
Open.
clearing all caches and stuff in the settings.
And now just swipe it away.
Just swipe it away. Like in here.
Yeah.
And restart it.
And then just open the Pebble app not from the web page, just from the Pebble. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that obviously didn't die. So maybe a 4-stop now.
Okay. Not you. This looks to me like the perfectly usual Android experience. Oh, and then we have losing my kingdom for a new rebel.
All right, 4-stop.
Okay, so I gotta stop that and then 4-stop it.
And then
Right. What if I would it be stupid to reinstall the app? Wait, you just stopped. Why are you restarting?
I just want to say goodbye to Potato Fi because it's 11:20 p.m. in Helsinki.
Oh, thanks for joining us from Finland. That's so cool.
And Lav says this is a completely unique experience that I've never seen it do. For me, it's worked on the first or second try every single time. So I'm really not sure.
I'm really not doing a great job of selling it, am I? Where's the maybe it's restarting because the Bluetooth is connected. Huh. Let's see. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna have a look at cache stuff just for fun.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. That's the same as uninstalling it, honestly. A fresh install and a deleted cache and data is basically the same thing. So that's a really excellent thing to try.
Can I just no, that's a different kind of memory. All right. Where's the
It's probably in the same place as the 4-stop stuff. Under the apps.
I don't think it had a
maybe. It's so hard to remember this old version of Android.
Uninstall, 4-stop.
Yeah.
I might try uninstalling and reinstalling it
okay.
just for does that, or would I have to redo the online process, do you think?
You should already auth because that happens in the browser, not the app itself.
That's right.
So
my brain has instantly deleted whatever we just did in terms of the setup process.
Rob suggests it might be under storage. The cache.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's so funny. I just can't remember.
Just kind of scrolling around with my brain. Cache data. Haha! Thank you. Okay. Well, let's see what happens now. I keep forgetting to close the app before I.
All right, Rob is saying apps and then Pebble and then storage.
Oh, there we go.
Apps. And then Pebble.
Storage. Oh, that's clickable. There we go.
Yeah. Definitely clear the cache, and I'd say clear the data too, yeah.
Yeah, let's just clear everything out as much as possible. And if that doesn't work, I will uninstall it entirely and try reinstalling it just for funsies.
Sita says, thanks to the show, I've gone from I should install Rebel, wait, I should update on Nexus 7, wait, I should install Lineage OS on Nexus 7.
Well, good stuff.
Oh, good. Google has decided to kick me out of the shared document.
Oh, no!
Because it doesn't believe that I'm myself.
Very strange. As David's talking about, there is this shared document. Wait. Now your Pebble is up to date.
Yeah?
What does that mean?
That's just the Pebble's own firmware. That's
Okay. It's a different screen though. Can I skip it? I might have already gone too far.
I think you just say don't do health, but I think you said do health and then.
Yeah, that's my mistake. I'm gonna say I am 6'8".
That's what I always do.
And whatever. Okay. Can do stuff in the App Store. I mean, it clearly did reset some stuff, so maybe.
No, that's normal because you haven't booted yet. You haven't done the boot process yet, so we would never expect anything but that right now.
Okay, so I need to go
So
into the
this is a
Firefox
blank
thing?
Pebble app with no awareness of Rebel, and so this is exactly
Okay,
what we'd expect.
okay.
All right.
Again, I like was sort of like autopiloting through that process
Mm-hmm.
because of doing like video and like whatever at the same
Yeah, of
time.
course.
So I have no retention of what happened
Oh,
during
that's
that
no worries.
process,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So I'm saying now do the doot, and we should be okay.
Doing the boot and
Yeah.
the doot, and then see if it. Nope. Alas. Well, it's irritating. So we've done everything. Oh, well, okay. The other thing that I was thinking of was maybe we can uninstall it.
It's really not going to be different than
I
wiping the
know, that's what I
data.
thought too, yeah. Well,
Should we
now
just
I have two of them.
maybe there's one good app, one evil app, and all right. Do we want to switch to Arduino? Because
Let's switch to Arduino, because we
okay,
got some other stuff that's going to be ideally less frustrating.
I was going to say we got plenty of other
Which is,
opportunities for things not to
again,
work.
yeah, that is also like not, I'm not sad about how that went, because I definitely explored some things. Which icon has the goatee? Don't use that one. The evil Pebble / Rebel app will of course have a goatee, and yeah, if this is like Bizarro World Pebble, then it will have like this crystalline looking skin type. Did you ever watch like Bizarro? Was it Superman or whatever?
I did
Who
not. No, I'm
he
familiar
had
with
this
the
whole like
idea. But yeah.
stilted way of talking and had this like he looked like a crystal man.
Lav is still
Supposed
trying
to
to
be
help me
Pebble,
via
not a tribble.
DMs, but I think we're going to give up for today. But we'll investigate
Yeah,
it and figure it out later.
I feel good that we stuck with it for as long as we did, though.
Yeah.
So perhaps not the most riveting bit so far, but you know what I'm going to do? Actually, starting this episode and ideally retroactively as well, I'm going to be adding timestamps so that you can actually skip to a particular part of the video. So if you sat through all that, you won't have to do it again if you want to come back and watch another part of it. Bizarro talk was inconsistently like opposite day speak and silly grammar. Yeah. Am I right that was Superman? I could have that wrong. I read some like Superman and some Spider-Man and when I was a kiddo, but it was from like the 70s or something. So Arduino time.
All right.
Arduino o'clock. So excited for this. So. Ooh, don't put it over there. Put it over there, Alex. Okay.
So just to recap for anyone just joining, for the Arduino content and not the Pebble content, we're looking at the Arduino Nano R4, which is a smallified version of the Arduino Uno R4. It just came out today. It just announced today, and we've got a couple to unbox and play with and enjoy.
And you can find all that info in the collaboration doc, which is in the description to this video. You can find all the good stuff. All right, so just kicking this off a little bit, I've got, what I'm going to be doing is trying to replace one of my companion core-based robots heart core situation with the R4 and see what I can do with it. So you've got was it a Modulino situation?
Yeah.
Some device, some peripherals, to use an actual word.
Yep.
And I've got this quick module, and I think it could be fun, personally, to try and hook up this SparkFun environmental sensor to one of mine. And if you wanted to like hook up your Modulino and try and get that working, I think that could be cool.
Yeah. Chipperdoodle says Renaissance was such an unexpected partnership. Did not expect that from that company. Yeah, I believe that they invested about $10 million in Arduino. And so they said, hey, let's use your chips.
I have a pink Arduino from Renaissance from like 10 years ago that I got at, I think, Embedded World. I gotta find it. I'm gonna run off and try to find it real quick. Hardcore R4, so many rhymes possible. Absolutely. Oh, from Concrete Dog. Concrete Dog was chiming in on our last video about the PicoCalc and has done some cool stuff recently in terms of like blog posts with that, but also has come out with, let me pull this up, Concrete
Yeah.
Dog Source magazine. It is a magazine about hardware, open source hardware specifically, I think, that you can download for free. And inside, and you can share it around as much as you want. And inside that magazine are places to like tip if you liked it and you found it useful. But in general, you're encouraged to share, download it, and like spread it around as much as possible, which I think is really cool. So I just dropped that into the one or more of the comments here, but I'll put it in the collab doc too. Okay, so
I know it's on issue 2. Do we know what the publishing cadence is? Is it monthly or quarterly or annually or sporadically, or how often does it come out? Do we know?
let us know in the comments. And I'm gonna run off and try to find the pink Renaissance Arduino real quick if you want to like kick us off with some thoughts. I'm actually not going to be able to hear you, but
I can start unboxing. It's a quarterly magazine. Awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. I saw that on Mastodon the other day, and I'm excited to dive in further. So yeah, so this is the Arduino Nano R4. The unit that you saw before is the pre-production model. I'm not sure how much it's changed since this version, but this is one that I was beta testing. And here is the brand new, just announced today. And I'm going to destroy the box, unfortunately. Why won't you open nicely? Come on. Okay. Oh, it's glued shut. That's why. Okay. So this is the Nano R4. And with headers. The headers are holding it onto this piece of styrofoam here. And let's see. It looks pretty similar to the one that I already have, other than the presence of headers. So there is our new. Oh, it's actually. Oh, this is interesting. So it's actually quite different on the silk screen on the back. That's kind of fun. So, and it looks like, is that the LEDs in a slightly different position? No, I think that's the same. Pretty much the same with front. But look at this. This one has a totally different silk screen. This is the beta version versus the final version. So that is the Nano R4. And then the other accessory that I'm going to be experimenting with today is the Nano connector. This is a new accessory that obviously works with any Nano because it's just a pass-through, or any Nano with headers at least. And so let's break this one out of its little house, hopefully without hurting the box too much. Man, I don't like that they glued this. Used to be able to just pop it open, and now it's because I'm opening it wrong.
Ooh,
I think
what's
I'm supposed
that?
to open it from the side, but still glue. I don't like it.
Oh, is this the expander thingy?
Cool. Yeah, this is the expander thingy. But I was just complaining that remember the Arduino boxes used to be like open from the top and you could just pop it open. I have a stack of like 30 or 40 Arduino boxes of all the Arduinos I've ever had, and they're all kind of like mint in box. Well, they're mint not in their box. They're just the box. Yeah. But now this new one, it kind of like doesn't let you do that because it's glued.
Alas.
But anyway, so there's the. Go ahead.
So I just noticed that on my R4 board, it's got a similar situation going on, but I can also like open it from the sides, I think.
I tried it, man. It's not easy. I don't like it.
It's true. It's not easy. Oh no, it's also glued. Oh yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Oh, okay. JP is back. Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't get it to work.
No, there's some weirdness
we'll keep trying offline.
Oh, either mine's upside down or it's missing.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's in there. Okay, check this out.
Oh no, it's missing.
It's not missing. It's under there.
Oh, that's interesting. So yours was the headerless version.
It's okay.
So yours was the headerless version, and mine was the header version.
Well, it has the headers with it, but like no.
Oh, awesome! Yeah, I just sent you whichever one. I just sent you the one that I received most recently. I didn't notice that there was a difference.
Thank you for doing that, by the way.
So on the expander here, it says USB at the top. So that's going to mean that the slider where the USB is, because obviously the orientation is kind of ambivalent, but obviously this is how it's going to go. Hammer that down, and now what do we get? It looks like 4 big chunky Grove connectors.
Oh.
What's going on?
That almost looks like a feather situation.
Yeah,
but not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's weird. There's the nano form factor, there's the feather form factor, there's the teensy form factor, and all of them are slightly different, but nice and
Yeah.
small. So you've
It's
got
just
these.
because like of the little block shape that you get when you attach a feather to a feather wing that like is like this nice little chunky.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
quite
yeah,
like it
yeah,
honestly. Oh god, sorry with bad comments there.
yeah.
Okay, chaos.
So yeah, this is this. You got your double headers so that you can easily add some DuPont cables there and access whatever you want from those pins, and then the Seed Grove and the Modulino slash Quick slash Stemma QT on the bottom.
And
Plus,
actually, since I dropped one of the header, one of the sides of the headers on here, I'm gonna just do this with these like
all right,
long headers so that I
even
can
better.
stick the Arduino onto something and also plug stuff into the top if I so chose. Random silkscreen, do they all have the UKCA mark or do US ones not? Interesting
It's funny.
questions.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure about that. I was just gonna say, Deshambu said, "I always put a battery in the space
That's
between the
clever.
feather and feathering." I also used to do that, except for what happened to me is I, one time squished the board down and some kind of through-hole component poked the lipo and set it on
No!
fire. I don't know why I was just doing this in the kitchen, but I happened to be in the kitchen when it happened, and so I threw it in the sink and let it burn out. But yeah, be careful with that. Is my suggestion.
Yikes. Good to know. So here's the back of the board. It does have that UKCA marking. But again, these are ones. My one is one that David shipped to me. Thank you, David. So I am not sure what its exact provenance is.
So
And I think these
that's an
came from the
official
Arduino
release.
team.
Yeah, that should be the official release from the one that's out today. Whereas my one is a little bit weirder because it's the beta version and has quite a different silk screen on the
Cool.
back that way my phone doesn't seem that my camera doesn't want to focus on. But
Problems. Anyway, here's the two side by side. Ouch. Read the battery. We also have manually activated improvised fire starter.
exactly.
Indeed. Cool. So let's start doing some stuff with these because we're an hour and a half in. We've done one thing. I am determined to get a thing on it. So
Something.
actually, I'm actually really excited about this because I realized that one thing. Okay, so I got a couple different things, like different bots I could be putting in this in. This one is called Kara. It's based on. I'm calling it that because it's got a carabiner on the top. This is actually a headphone container from the Viamoda headphones, as I think someone called out before, maybe, from my extra staff days. And so inside, I just realized it's like perfect for a little mouth, but also it's perfect for just like putting a little guy in, and then like if I have the carabiner on top, I can put little servo ears here and turn it into a little mobile therapy bot. Not only that, but these kitty ears that Anouk Viprecht designed. And look at that! Look at how good they go!
Amazing.
Sorry. Okay. And then I've also got a beanie hat that I cut the pom pom off the top, and if you put these together, the ears stick out the top, and it's really cute. But anyway, I've got that like hooked up with some power cables inside of here, and this is running on that companion core board. But the other one I realized is that this Arduino Nano R4 has an RTC and a VRTC pin for powering that, and so I thought that I would use this guy because I've been working on planning on making a Prince Stolas version of Archimedes, my Albot, and the goal with that is he's based on this demon prince that like tells people about astronomy and the stars and precious stones and plants, useful plants. So point being, he's shaped like a little owl with long legs and a tiny crown, and I think that sounds adorable. And this format, in my mind, is too tall and tiny to wear as a shoulder bot because the mount it's too leggy. And wait, but Stolas is gangly. It's exactly the gangly bot. He's got a little companion core in the middle there that he's based on, and is running a Nano of some type. I think this is the Arduino Nano 33 BLE Sense. So I'm gonna replace him with like black components and make him sit in my little mug because that's where he lives.
Would it be easy for you to pull up a reference picture of this guy? Because the picture's quite striking.
It's so cute. Let me pull it up. Also, I went looking for that Renaissance
Oh
Arduino,
yeah.
the pink one, and I found my little case where it usually lives, but I couldn't
All you could
find it.
find is 4 other colors: blue, purple, red, and something else.
Yeah, this is in fact not a SparkFun one. This is a Seeduino
Oh yeah, I
Arch
remember that
something.
one. Yeah, yeah,
And then we've got a Maker Uno, which is a really cool company that make all
yeah.
these, like, it's got little indicator
Yeah,
LEDs and stuff.
yeah.
And then some other random stuff. This is a blue SparkFun board. How often do you see that? And this one honestly makes me think of McDonald's, the seed one. And then we've got a Metro from Adafruit, but I don't know what I did with that Renaissance one. Anyway,
Nice.
that's the Goth one.
Many colors of Arduino.
So I'm going to pull up Prince Stolas. Prince Stolas. Not the one from the cartoon, the original Goetic Demon. And I actually started building what I thought would be a Stolas bot years ago and made a really weird little Hextrude work in progress tutorial. Where's the original? But it never came to much. Show me the original one. Pull it up. Wikipedia. Wikipedia has the goods. In the meantime, yeah, what are you up to?
So yeah, I guess I'll give it a try and get some modulinos working, see what modulinos we got, and what we can do with them. I've got a potentiometer, I've got some buttons, I've got some LEDs, I've got some kind of small IC that I can't remember what it is. Maybe it says it on the back. Distance. And oh, I'm on camera, so am I? Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the modulinos that I'm taking from the R4 kit, and so each one is a fairly big kind of breakout board with whatever the target item is, and then on the back it kind of tells you. I don't have a good clear close-up focus today for some reason, but silkscreen on the back is kind of a description of what each thing is, and I'm just gonna shove all these on the Nano and see what I can get out of it.
Awesome. And so my point, actually, I realized that I randomly trailed off there about Stolas. The deal with the RTC is I want him to be an informational bot. So the fact that he lives in a little mug, he'll just like sit on my desk and be my little like info bot. And so having an RTC will enable him to like tell me stuff that I want to know. And here is what Stolas looks like.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
It's so cute.
That's what I wanted to see.
Again, it is not actually the one from Has-Been. This is the original one that the Has-Been character is based on. This is from way back in the day. Let's see. In the Dictionnaire Infernal, however you say that. He's from like. When is this from? He commands like 26 legions of demons in hell. Lesser Seal of Solomon. 1898 or something. Anyway, it's an old thing. Stolas has been around for a while, and he looks like, he commands tons of demons, but he's just a little guy. Like, look at his little leggies and stuff. Okay, enough of that. All right, so, just delightful. I'm gonna put this in the dock.
I keep finding more and more modulinos. I've now found what looks like an accelerometer, I'm assuming.
I'm going to put you on screen while I do this.
Lines that it has on there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just daisy chaining them all together, and then we'll plug them in and see if we can get them to work.
Cool. Oh, one more thing about what I'm doing with the companion core is that I was going to tell people about how it is based on what lives inside of Fenrir. So originally the companion core is like this horrible little assembly I built to like control Fenrir, the Fennec Fox bot. And in that tutorial, you can find the section where I actually talk about that. So this, I think originally was running a TNC before I switched to the Arduino Nano 33 BLE Sense. And it's basically just the same concept, except that it has a cute, fancy design now, where you can there's headers on the back side of this, and you can plug in like connect stuff from whatever tiny microcontroller to the headers in a slightly nicer way now. And that way it's really easy to connect things like servos and neopixels. New versions of the companion core have, let me get this on the screen, have spots for transistors and stuff as well, so that you can toggle higher voltage stuff. Like, for example, you can separately run Lumia's heater, like flexible e-textile heater unit, which is something I did with my Rokobot, and run anything that takes more power off of transistors, or you could do relays or whatever. But it's got, you basically just stick a little breadboard on there, and that's what's going on with Nanomedes, so called because he runs on a Nano. All right, and is tiny.
I have so much stuff plugged into my laptop that I don't have any way to plug this this board in to program it. So I'm rearranging my logistics a little bit here to try and get that
okay
to be a thing.
Yeah, we've got more comments on here. Chipperdoodle saying Demonology has wonderfully silly guys. And a lot of them have really cool little sigils and stuff too, but unfortunately, Stolus's I don't think is that cool. You can pull up the Wikipedia page I put in the collab doc and tell me what you think about Stolus's sigil. He's gonna hate me now. This bot is gonna absolutely not work for me just because of that. The Sheepa chimes in. Actually, all owls have legs like that, but they are normally covered with feathers. You can find photos online with the photos moved away. This is true. I actually on my phone have, which I'm using as a camera, have a bunch of signal stickers that I made of custom ones of like owls running. If you just look up owls running, it's the cutest thing ever. Oh, it is indeed hilarious. Long-eared owl with long legs.jpg. Yeah, I just dropped in there a link to the image on Tumblr because that's the biggest version I found. Sorry, it's janky. I'll fix it later, maybe. Who undressed an owl to find out they were so leggy? Okay. I know
we have power. Awesome. That's just the default Nano R4 firmware that it comes with, showing off its both regular blinking LED, and it can also blink its RGB LED.
Awesome.
So that's just the default firmware, which I'll be replacing shortly with something that hopefully takes advantage of these modulinos, which you can see are all daisy-chained and working because each one of them is lit up with a little kind of status indicator saying, I'm working, go ahead and use me. Oops. A little green light there.
Roll potentiometer. Is there a display in there? I missed a
display, one of the modulinos?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's not a display modulino that I'm aware of, but I'm assuming someone can make one.
You got a buzzer, though.
I2C.
Nice. Here's some running owls. You can see that they just like hitch up their little skirts when they run. The videos are even better. Like this one in particular, I think. I'm gonna move on after this, I promise. But no, come back. No, not that one.
No.
I'm good at my job. Well, actually, this is the fun. We don't get paid for this, but anyway, career or whatever. Come on. This is worth it, I promise. I'll wait for that to load. And oh, wait. Oh, ow.
What happened?
It was just starting. And then I was like... I hate making people wait for something to load in my browser because it's been real slow today. So I keep like clicking away and then it's like, oh, wait a minute. It's just doing the thing. Okay, anyway. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast, and all that good stuff. So we got the companion core, and then this is the actual tutorial for the board, which you can find linked in the description or in the collab doc, one or the other. Yeah. Anyway, so time to actually do a thing, which you're already killing it. So I need to find. I've got a USB-C to C cable. I feel like I needed that. Oh. I was going to grab a battery. I can do that in a minute. So I'm just going to show how this guy works first off. And then I might have to... Do you know if we can run MicroPython on these? That would be nice.
So this is kind of an interesting thing about the R4. is that I do not believe that it's possible either currently or ever to run MicroPython on it, because I don't think it has enough memory to run MicroPython.
That makes sense.
What,
So I will have to just remember.
what's really weird is the Wi-Fi board is the Renaissance chip here and an ESP32 chip here for Wi-Fi, and you could run you could run MicroPython on the Wi-Fi, but not on the Arduino Uno itself.
Gotcha.
It might be possible to squish it down and get it on there, but
Not on the Minima.
yeah, not on any of the RA4 boards, as far as I know, are not going to be capable of MicroPython.
Gotcha. Thanks for the insights. I'm trying to find my old tutorial about this guy to see if I can find. It was definitely like an in progress thing, and so I might have my old code that has the proper servos selected and stuff like that, but it might not. We will find out. Where is that draft? Its name is Nanomedes. No. I just look up little Darkimedes, Telepresence Avatar Robot, Archimedes 3. I've made so many different versions of this guy. I didn't actually publish this, did I? Or maybe I never started one for it.
There we go.
Oh man. You can see that back in 2020 I started making a Prince Stolas, but that's about as far as I got. I made some little twisted wire leggies and stuck his little servo horns on top, and it was a microbit with a little, using the little LED display for a mouth or something. It was laser cut leather and it looked like crap. And I kind of like him though. He's just a little blob.
Jifferdoodle says 10 out of 10 amazing.
Draft.
10 out of 10 amazing.
This is what they look like before, the finishing touches and the fancy tutorials and stuff. I'm gonna run off and grab a battery that I meant to grab before the show, and BRB. So it's all yours.
Sounds good.
For a second, David.
While you were doing that, I just flashed my first Arduino Nano sketch on this new board. It is the traditional Blinky sketch, and I had a little bit of trouble with the Nano connecting, being recognized at first, but now it is. And so I did the Blinky sketch, and you can see the user LED on this board is this one here. My sketch unfortunately wiped out the kind of cooler default blink sketch that it had going on before, where it was also flashing the RGB LED, but that's okay. I just wanted to flash it with something to kind of prove that it was working and flashing, and now I will start to see what I can get working on these attached I2C modulinos.
Neat. You got your first sketch flashed. Crew from Archimedes should be called the Archimedes Crew. Archimedes Crew. Brilliant. Here's my little Ziploc of random things. The battery. This is a Hackster Impact Summit battery. Power pack from a couple of years ago. So I just need this to power my little guy. And I also need a micro USB. Yes. That should not be hard to find. However, no, here we go. Oh, and I need a little breakout actually. No, I can power them each from a separate.
Are you going to be using the Arduino IDE for your stuff?
I guess, yeah. Is there another option? If it's not going to run MicroPython.
The older Arduino software, it's just when I was getting ready for this last night, this machine that I'm on is dual boot Windows and Linux, and I do all my development stuff on Linux. And so I tried to open Arduino, and it was not there, and I'm like, what is going on? And it's because I was on my Windows boot because that's what I need to be on for streaming and stuff. But I had to install a fresh Arduino IDE last night, so I don't have any libraries or boards or anything.
Oh no!
Other than, I mean, I have the one board that I need, so it's fine. But starting from scratch a little bit here.
I forgot that he has a buzzer in here. So I'm gonna have to hunt up whatever code I was using. Okay, here we go. He like does a little like moving around. He has a little startup tone that he does. And now that I've plugged in the servos, are you being sad? Did I glue his head back on? I did.
Are the wings origami?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I built this guy a few years ago and only brought him to like 1 or 2 events because I didn't like the altitude, especially once you add in the GoPro mount. Like it seems disproportionate, which is why he's perfect to go in the mug. You're going in the mug, my old guy. And I gotta make a crown for him. He's just doing little random things, but I can make him talk. He's even got a buzzer in there already, and you can use like a couple of different libraries for talking stuff. Or I might do a little data sonification thing. Okay, stop now. And like turn information into like audio. But I think I'd rather have him actually talk.
Well, speaking of libraries, I'm trying to download the Modulino library, and when I click on the link on the Arduino page, I get a 404. So,
oh no,
that's interesting.
that's not optimal. Here's the wiring, by the way. Here's the old Nano that I'm going to swap out. And I can literally just swap it out because, assuming they're pin equivalent.
Yeah, then all the Nanos are the same form factor. Yeah, pin equivalent. Well,
yeah,
actually, I'm not sure that's true. Now I think about it, like the IoT and the BLE Sense, I feel like have had different pins I've experienced in the past. They're form factor compatible, but maybe not direct pin swap.
I'll pull up the pinouts. So on here, we've got a horrible glob of hot glue, which is like his buzzer, little piezo speaker, and then a couple of servos plugged in. And he takes 2 separate cables. There's one just like hardwired for the servos and other header devices. And then there's, you just add in a little micro USB cable that you can use to power the Arduino or to program it. And that way, that's right, I started doing that partly because when you're developing on this thing, you don't always want to have the servos just going. And I was too lazy to put in a switch, which would be a good upgrade for later. I'm going to start by soldering on my headers, actually. So let me get all this crap off my desk. This wonderful...
Can I suggest that while you're soldering your headers, it might be a good idea to download the board support for the
yes,
for the Nano, because you probably don't have it because it just came out today.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so let me fire up the Arduino IDE.
It's not that I'm that smart. It's just that I'm sitting here downloading libraries right now. So I might suggest the same idea to you.
I would never impugn your character by saying you were that smart. Sorry. You're not beating the allegations, though, David. You are that smart. Sorry. Here we go. Firing up the Arduino IDE. And I'm going to swap over my other camera so you can see the soldering process. Here's my giant box of headers. Here's here's a couple of vibration motors that, who was it? I'm forgetting their name because I suck at names. Gave me a teardown, actually, to put in Kara, the carabiner one.
I misheard you, and I thought you said that you hear a couple of vibration motors, not hear a couple of motors. I was like, that's interesting.
I actually am not sure how these got onto my desk because the desk was empty and these came from teardown. So where were they living? I don't know. Who knows? Here's our Arduino. Here's the Alvic, sort of like, I'll turn him around so he can watch. Alvic makes me think of like the name Alvin, so I guess I'm automatically saying he for that one. Let's see.
Alvic and the chip mods.
Oh, that's so good, David! Oh, okay, this one is already cut for a Nano. That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Indeed. And then I'm going to have to cut one of these down. I think they're like 11 pins. Aren't they great? I'm going to cut this one because I think that amount will still be useful. So we're going to get the big old thingies and count the pins and then cut on the next pin because that's where it's weak. So, lazy version.
Okay, so
am I showing the right thing on my...
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I was going to say, in theory, these LEDs should be blinking in succession blue, but that's not happening. So, Gonna keep messing with my modulinos over here.
Alrighty. And we have a comment from Concrete Dog. Whenever I think origami and robots, I get an earworm to try origami with nitinol actuators, etc. Yeah, I've seen someone do like one of the earliest uses of nitinol, aka muscle wire, that I saw was someone making like a really organic plant sculpture, like a vine
Oh,
with leaves that moved. And I think it was at the MIT Media Lab. And was it Amanda Garcia? I can't remember. I'll try and pull it up. But it was gorgeous. Oh, I think they were. Well, that's yeeted. That's yote. That's gone. All right. Let's see. Put the headers away, aka over there on my desk, never to be seen again.
I
I'm
like your
gonna
header
grab.
organizer. It's great.
Gonna grab a breadboard. What did I do with those actually?
Hey,
I've got one somewhere. That was a good noise. That sounded
I got my
good.
first modulino success.
Yay!
I don't know why it wasn't working when it was daisy chained out to be the 8th device, but when I put it straight in, it works fine. So interesting.
Hmm.
It might have been a power issue,
Ooh,
honestly, because it sounded like it was
air quality
disconnecting
sensor.
when it was trying to power it. So
Uh-huh.
we'll try keeping the chain a little bit shorter, perhaps.
So this, since we can daisy chain the quick modules as well, I just found this old like microbit thing I was playing with that has an air quality sensor tucked into it as well. So this is a like an environmental combo that I'll have to look up. And this is like air quality. Those are both valuable things. But right now I just need to find a breadboard so I can solder my stuff in a nice looking way. But what I was cleaning, and that's always a mistake. Like I have no idea where the stuff is now.
Oh no!
What did I do with all my breadboards?
Is that a
You can't.
fresh companion core, not the one that got electrified?
Oh no, this is a fresh one, but it's an older version. Um, I was just gonna. This is just kind of laying around for illustrative purposes.
Hmm.
But I'm just gonna stick it into the one that's already in the bird. And I forgot that I coordinated the breadboard to the quantum filament on here, so it's like green and blue. All right. Looking for a breadboard. BRB.
All right. In the meantime, I'm attempting to animate my Modulino LEDs. The sketch is compiling and will upload shortly. I've been doing a lot of Circuit Python lately and less C, C++ Arduino stuff, and I have to admit it was a little unpleasant having to go back to the loop of having to compile and upload versus kind of experience instant results with the interpreted. Ooh, that was pretty cool though. That was worth it. Okay, I like that. All right, now maybe let's add the potentiometer and see if we can use that to do something fun with that animation. Oh, that's really nice. Okay. So I've now added this potentiometer modulino. Again, it's all over I2C, so I don't have to really worry about figuring out GPIO pin numbers and things like that. And let's see what we can get this to do.
Okay, I realized that I'm doing this backwards
Uh-oh.
because it's gonna go into a breadboard, but I need to solder onto the bottom of it. So I'm just going to grab instead my soldering stuff, which I put way off to the side for some reason, and solder it by hand because, yeah, regular headers you can solder on the top of them and it connects, but these ones have more headers on the top, so I can't just like get in there. But the nice thing about it is that it's all flat on the bottom. You can just like make them sit like that. What I'm gonna do is tack solder one pin on each of these sets of headers, and then test fit it into the breadboard and see how that goes. In fact, maybe I won't do all the servo stuff right now. I'll save that for later. I'll just try and get the quick thing running because I haven't actually used quick. Like I've done a bunch of project setup with quick stuff, but never actually gotten around to programming it, which is the point of this show.
That's right.
So I'm gonna get this vaguely flat, and then fire up my soldering.
Are you still using the iFixit?
I am.
Fixit?
It's awesome. Oh
I love
man,
it too.
it just given the situation with my desk,
Yeah.
which I'm not going to show, but it's exactly as chaotic as one might imagine. It's really nice to be able to like charge it in one area, store it in another, and like pull it out and put it wherever I need. Like, I was fixing Archimedes. I was sitting over there on the floor, like with I had like a 3D printing pen and a bunch of scissors and a bunch of materials and stuff, like this bike inner tube rubber, which I love as a material, and just figured out how to get that working. And just like everything on the floor, and it's just like you can have a thing there, and you don't have to worry about outlets. It's just so good.
And the instant heat and the instant cool down is what I love.
That's massive as well, because I'm always, I'm sure you have the same thing, multitasking all the time, all day, every day. And so it's like, it allows me to, switch gears constantly, come back, and like it's immediately ready to go again. Like, look at that. And then it auto cools down, and I don't even care because it immediately gets back up to heat when I need it.
I think it even will technically turn itself off if you drop it.
Wow, nice.
Isn't there something like that?
I would believe it. It's been a while. I think it launched in last October, but the 15th. But I heard about it. I got the spiels and stuff earlier, which means that I've forgotten everything. I made some videos back then, though, which you can find on the Hackster channel.
Okay. I'll just rewatch those instead of asking you about it.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of, I'm sure you experienced this as well, the information going in and out of the brain, especially if I'm like filming at the same time.
Yeah.
The attention is divided. Okay, let's see if I can get this out of here without
with the
causing
Pebble stuff,
wreckage.
especially like, obviously I kind of like live and breathe Pebble, but still when we're like in the middle of it, I'm like, I never seen this.
Yeah. Let's see. You literally asked me like, oh, what was going on in like the setup thing. I'm like, I don't know. That was 3 minutes ago. Where'd my box of stuff for this go? I've got a little screwdriver in there. Here's some more 3D printed Alvik parts that I'll maybe show off later. Someday, not today. We're thinking about doing an episode about companion bots in general. What do y'all think?
Yeah. Do we know what the next episode is? I know we have a little spreadsheet with some.
Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that up like in our post-show thing, but we could definitely talk about it on screen because then we can get people's opinions.
Exactly. So part of my mailbag idea was like by showing off cool stuff, it might get people to say like, "Hey, I want to learn more about the computer," or "I want to learn more about the spike bit." So that's part of why I want to show that stuff off, just to see if people are interested in hearing more about it.
Yeah. Oh, hope I didn't bend those pins. Whoa! Nope, I think it came out all right. The nanos have no components on the bottom, which is part of how they're so good for mounting onto other PCBs, along with the castellated edges, which means that I felt pretty okay doing that little lever maneuver, but I probably should have used a spudger that's not metal, but c'est la vie. It is done. Okay, so now I'm going to test fit this into the breadboard. Make sure that I'm going to tack solder 2 more points. No, that'll make it harder to adjust. Anyway, point the USB port towards the outside. Oh, and the pins we were going to compare. So, what are the operative ones? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, interesting. Oh, I've got this backwards. That's why they don't match. Haha! I'm like, why is V in on top of D13? No, yeah. It's a little hard to see because I've definitely soldered headers over those, and they're not. I'm just going to pull up the pinouts. Let's look at that real quick. Arduino Nano R4 pinout You know, if I just go to the store page, it'll show it. So, here we go. Here we are. Usually they have the pinout on here somewhere. Datasheet and PDF. Oh, here we go. Nope. Ah, interesting. Is it on here? Is it on another page?
Um,
Hmm?
are you looking for the pinout?
Yeah.
Okay. I was looking. I have the
Discover the
schematic.
world. Oh, you actually dropped over a PDF of something.
Yeah, I think I sent you the PDF schematic.
We're in Italy again, apparently.
Uh-huh. Mine did the same thing. I had dollars in one tab and euros in a different tab. Not sure.
I'm sure they've got the pinout linked. I just expected to see an image right on this page. Oh, la, 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 la. Let's see. Oh, Arduino docs. Nano ESP32 Linux computer project. That looks cool. Okay, here we are. Haha! Beautiful pinout PDF. And do they have just a picture on this page, or do you have to download the PDF? Ooh, docs on the quick thing. That's what I need. Okay, I think I do have to open up the PDF, so I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to pull up the one that you sent me. Probably a press release or something? Or?
The PDF that I sent you?
Mm-hmm.
It's the schematic.
Ah, beautiful. So here we go. Full pinout.
Oh, there you go. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, and now Nano 33 BLE cents pinout. Here we go. This is definitely not the Rev 2. There's a little thing that says compatibility here. What is this? Okay, this is for like coding. Alright. Back to the... where's the other one? Here we go. Try and keep these vaguely organized in my tabs. Sorry, I'm going to close some of these. Modulino page. That is in the live collaboration doc now. Here's the companion core page is also in the live collab doc. I'll leave that up. Okay, so begin. Whoa, that's too big. No, there we are. All right, so this is the Nano, 33 BLE cents, and this is the Nano R4, D13. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, is that D13 or is it some other weird thing? Oh, it is D13. Okay. Oh, it's because I was looking at the bottom. Was I comparing the top of one to the bottom of the other? This looks pretty compatible. If anyone spots something different, yeah, okay. TX and RX. Labeled slightly differently, but they do appear to be compatible. Ground and reset. Da-da-da. I'm just gonna assume then D2 through 12. Yeah, this looks like it's all the same. 3 out, ARF, da-da-da. Oh, but there was the RTC, this guy, the RTC battery power backup. So that's really cool. For this, I'm really excited to use a couple of environmental sensors so he can tell me about my place and like what's going on. And then also the RTC for like some time-based information. So let's see. Ah, yes, you also sent me a getting started.
The getting started was mostly for before today, because
that makes sense.
now you can actually get the before it wasn't actually available.
Makes
you had to
sense.
get the private.
Now we can just look at the docs page.
Mm-hmm.
Did I close that? Like a fool? I think I might have. But we've got it from here. Okay, so pinout should be good. I was going to try and fit it into the breadboard here to make sure that my soldering is not going to go awry. I think, actually, these look really straight. You know what? I'm going to YOLO it. I'm just going to solder them on. they look straight enough, and we can always make it work. Okay, because I don't have the patience to like cram those into the breadboard and then pull them out, and by that point, like any straightness they had will probably be gone anyway. It will be totally disrupted. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple more tack solder points before I put it in a clamp. Also, one note about these wings is that they are origami, but you can see some weird stuff I did with nail polish to try and give them a little more, like, to make them match the quantum a bit. This is like a blue-green shimmery nail polish, but I think it just kind of looks messy. I'm going to switch them to gold and black because I think that's going to be much more beautiful. Anyway, let's get on with the soldering.
While you were doing that, I've been messing around with the modulinos, and I took my RGB LED, not exactly strip, but collective, and I added a potentiometer to it, and used the potentiometer to vary the speed of the LED animation.
Ooh.
So I took whatever the reading is of this knob and multiplied it by 10 or something to be the number of milliseconds. So now you can see they're kind of crawling. And then should get a little bit faster. But then the knob loops back around, and it only has like 16 positions. So I had it take the absolute value of the knob and just multiply it by 10 for the number of milliseconds. So that's faster. But, you know, it's pretty cool for not having to solder anything, not having a breadboard, anything. Just took me a couple minutes to do that.
I'm going to make sure this is nice and sharp for the soldering part because it's very aesthetically pleasing in my opinion. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's
see what other modules we got here.
Love this OmniFixer, by the way. It's so good. Get in there. Where was I recently? Some like friend's house or something where this is just like a third, fourth, fifth, and sixth hand for making stuff with. And one of the big bonuses here is that it has these parallel jaws, so you're not trying to like get a stable hold with like one little point of contact on each side. And it also has these little silicone covers over each jaw so that it is A, insulated, and B, not going to mar the surface of my beautiful new little Arduino.
Love that.
So good. Plus they got these little magnetic bases and such. Very adjustable. And got a couple other tricks up their sleeve too, but enough infomercial.
All right, I'm adding some Modulino buttons to mine.
Ooh.
We'll see how those work next.
How's the coding process?
So I've just been going through the Modulino examples and just grabbed like the RGB LED example and gave it a go, and then grabbed the knob example and just kind of smashed them together in a very inelegant way, but functional way. And,
nice. Did you...
yeah, go ahead.
Did your Google Docs situation get resolved?
Yes, I was able to log back in, and I can dump my code in there. Is that what you're going to suggest? Yeah.
Yeah, or the examples page, or both.
Yeah, well, with
unless
the
it's just in the toolbar.
It's inside the Arduino library examples, which is probably on GitHub somewhere. We can probably find it. I want to give the disclaimer: this is not the right way to do this. This is not good code. But this is just me copy and pasting two examples together.
Oh, my code is rancid.
Modulino mashup, let's call it, if I can spell. Hey, that's nice. The Arduino IDE preserves the pretty formatting and fonts and colors and stuff, so that looks nice.
Nice. When you paste it into Docs, you mean?
Yeah, I pasted it into the Google Doc, and it looks like the same way that it does on the Arduino IDE. Instead of it coming out, it's just like Arial font. It's monospace niceness.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to try and add some buttons to the mix.
I'm having to suppress my normal have it here, which is when I'm soldering LEDs and resistors and stuff, I tend to like flick the tip up at the end because that allows me to pull any excess solder that's on there, like, and sort of drag it down the leg, which I'm going to clip off so that it helps keep my little solder joins neat. But in this case, if I do that, then it'll make the headers harder to get into the breadboard because I'm actually keeping
Honestly,
those on there.
I do
So,
the same thing, and I don't discriminate against headers. I find that the amount that it
oh,
adds is so negligible that I've never had any problem getting it
that's a
into
good point.
breadboard
If I were
anywhere.
like using way more, then it'd be a problem. Do these look good? I'm soldering like much further from my face than I usually do when I'm on cameras, but this looks pretty good. I have confidence. I'm like, what is it? Sound of Music.
I'm
I have
not sure.
confidence in me.
The thing I was thinking though
Somebody
is
back
that
me up here.
if it was me, I'd be holding my breath while I was soldering it, which wouldn't make for a very interesting legend. Oh no, Cyberdeck Cafe missed the whole thing. Let's just
I was
recap the
napping.
entire episode so far. With the 2 hour and 10 mark. Okay, yeah, 2 hour and 10. Okay, so far you missed an introduction of both of us where
I
I
didn't
kind
miss
of wasn't
much.
sure who I was, and Alex had a very good introduction and
I mean,
shared
I skipped over
some
my
lore.
entire Hackster background. You know, I
Oh,
completely didn't mention that I've worked at Hackster for the last 10 years. I've
oh,
like done
okay.
video there, and like I'm still
Well, I'm
doing.
glad we got a chance to
Okay,
readdress that
thank you.
situation. And then we did a little mailbag segment where you might like the Cyberdeck Cafe. Um,
Oh
oh my God,
yeah.
these things have magneted onto onto the shelf that I was putting them on. But you might like the Cyberdeck Cafe. This is the card pewter. I think we might have showed this off last time. This is the card pewter original, and now there's a new card pewter 1.0. And I will await your approval on whether this is the case or not. But I would consider this somewhat of a cyber deck, right? It's like a pocket
Mm-hmm.
cyber deck. So we'll get the official Cyberdeck Cafe seal of approval to confirm that this is indeed a Cyberdeck. You know, actually, I think the device itself, no, it's just an optical illusion. I was like, is that bigger? No, it's just the way the blister pack is making it look bigger. But anyway, this new card pewter. And then we did a little mail. The second part of the mailbag was showing off a new thing on Kickstarter that lets you control electronics with your brain or your muscles or your heart. It is called the Spiker Bit, and that name implies that it's compatible with the microbit, which slots into this little thing in the front here. Then we did a bunch of Pebble lore and backstories and Rebble, you know, how Rebble was formed and why and all that. And then we tried to get Rebble working on Alex's tablet, and between myself and a handful of other amazing Rebel folks in the comments were unable to do it. So just pretend that part. And then we started talking about this new Arduino that just came out today, the
Oh
Arduino
yeah.
Nano R4. And then we started hacking on it. And
And I showed quickly my companion core board, which is is what I'm hooking up my Nanomedes guy to. I'm basically replacing the existing circuit board in this guy with the new Arduino Nano R4, which is going to just like swap in and connect to those servos and such like. So I just soldered the headers on. But what you just said reminded me of something. The companion core actually has a little feature. There goes my camera. A little feature that you said, what was it? Heart, muscle, and brain tracking. And this guy actually has a sort of Easter egg. Metropolis, the movie from the 20s or whatever, film scholar Alex Glow, movie from the 20s or whatever. But that's one of the earliest, almost cyberpunk movies. Has this line recurring in it that is Mittler zwischen Hirn und Händen muss das Herz sein. Screwed that up. But anyway, it means the mediator between the head and the hands must be the heart. So it's not exactly the same thing, but like
that's pretty
to me,
good.
that's like a right. To me,
Mm-hmm.
it's like part of the whole essence of what I do, and it has a very like a bigger symbolic meaning, of course, in the movie. But in my mind, that's like a big part of what I try to do with technology is like, your head is thinking it, your hands are building it, and in between, you gotta have the heart.
Cyberdeck Cafe confirms that the card pewter is a cyberdeck. It's meant to be hacked. It's meant to have things added and custom software. The card pewter has the Cyberdeck Cafe seal of approval.
Cool. I've also seen people recently doing LoRa and Meshtastic stuff with this T-Deck from LilyGo.
Mm.
I think someone was mentioning it in a group chat or something, and I'm like, oh yeah, like that would be perfect for Meshtastic stuff.
We
Very
should do a
cool.
Meshtastic episode.
Oh, we absolutely will. Oh yeah, people making connections. Love some origami and bots. There was a scientific paper a few years ago about how to build electronic muscles by wrapping a heating element, nichrome possibly, in a coil of plastic foam like fishing line. That's so interesting. What? So you would heat up the fishing line, maybe? I'll actually show you. This is not something that's contracting, but it is a sort of soft robot situation, and it also uses the core. This is the guts of Rocco, my sad little raccoon bot that's now been taken apart. Don't look too closely, but using Lumia parts, and it's got these little like TPU flexi arm bits. And back in the day, these were like printed flat, and then I would yank on these fishing lines with a servo to make them curl, so it could do like little hand grabby motions, which is essential if you're building a raccoon. Sadly, it's now all like pulled apart and stuff, but that was the concept, you know. Oh wait, does this one still work? Grabby grab? With like little, you know, anyway. Clearly the TPU does not like being flexed for long periods of time, but it's not nitinol, but it is cool. And then we got like inside of there was this another companion core and a heating element from Lumia, the flexible e-textiles people. Because it's like a therapy bond. It's got this like furry exterior that I put on it. Anyway.
Oh, speaking of furry exteriors, remember when I was saying yesterday that I couldn't find my companion core?
Uh-huh.
So I went on a bit of a quest to find it, and I still couldn't find it, but I found where I thought it was, which is perhaps as exciting, which was this companion bot. A little terrifying, perhaps in its current form.
Yes.
But this was the Alpenglow Carrie collaboration.
That's so cute.
I can't remember
It's like an
Carrie or
amigurumi
Carrie's
almost.
mom that crocheted this, or is it knitting or crocheting? I can't remember, and whichever one.
Looks like knitting. I could be wrong though.
It's like, yeah,
no,
whichever one it is. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying the wrong thing.
Maybe I'm lying.
That is where I thought the companion board might have been, because that's what I was using it on. Was the fluffy bot there, the kitty.
Anyway, next version may end up being like inside of a little hat and little kitty ears or whatever. But okay, so I'm gonna make the thing work because I keep getting. Honestly, the derails are like 75% of this show at least. So
exactly, it's the magical part.
It is the magic of Dayglow. So again, here's the collaboration doc you can find in the description, and David has pasted in. This is not a place of honor. Nothing of value is written here. Disclaimer at the top. And look how beautiful it is.
Formatting is beautiful. The code itself is trash.
just making sure you know this is trash that we're bestowing upon you. Well, no, it's stuff in progress. Okay, so there's that one that got shocked by lightning, blah, 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 at SuperCon. This is connected up now, but what I was gonna do, actually, is, so this is interesting. I'll have to hook up the quick wires here, just through here, but we can daisy chain them, so that's nice. So we've got the environmental combo, which I'm going to have to look up what that actually includes from SparkFun. This is a quick module, QWIIC. And as with the Arduino Albic robot, they both have these, that and the R4 have these quick breakouts, which seem to be very similar to the Modulino with the cables. All right, so I got to get this in the right way. Maybe I should have attached it to the board before I put the board in the breadboard. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Either I'll break it or I won't. So, am I showing the right thing on my screen? Yeah. Okay. And David is in the midst of working with modulinos.
I've added a third modulino. I've got my LEDs moving here very slowly, based on the potentiometer position. Again, this code is absolutely atrocious. Please do not try coding like this at home. I've just been real-time copy and pasting different examples together is not the right way to do this. And now I've added these buttons, which are pretty cool because they're not just buttons. They're buttons that are connected via I2C, and each one has a little LED over the top of it. And what
Oh,
I'm doing right
cool.
now, yeah, so you can kind of tell what the status of the button is, or that it worked. And that's what I'm trying to observe right now is those buttons doing that.
I'm having a very USB coded problem right now where I
Uh-oh.
feel like I've put it in 2 different ways. It's, neither way has been correct. So I'm going to try the first way again, and hopefully that solves the problem. Yeah, Chipperdoodle's chipping in with BME 280 and a CS something IARC. Yeah, it says it on here. I was just too lazy to read them. CCS 811 and BME 280. You're right about that. I have a history of misreading stuff off of SparkFun boards that actually spawned a whole other couple of boards. AKA, I read the boot button as a doot button.
Dude.
But I'm gonna check myself and put this in the doc. Is that an S or a 5? I think it's an S. S.
This is so cute. So the individual buttons have a little LED above them, so you can kind of observe the state right on the board itself. It makes it really easy to kind of debug and see what's going on.
Which is kind of what we were showing with that Maker Uno thing before. Similar.
I forgot to initialize them before. The other cool thing about this Modulino system is you kind of don't really have to understand or worry about how anything works. It's very much just like a software thing where you're like, buttons, do button things instead of having to like debounce stuff or anything like that. It's pretty nice.
Okay. Aha! Air quality sensors. So maybe I don't need a separate air quality sensor. I'm just pulling up random pages that match these sensors. Cool. So
I would is there may be a library corresponding to that SparkFun board from SparkFun?
I'm sure there is. But that's for future me to worry about. Hey! First, I gotta do the hard part, apparently, which is plugging this thing into the thing. I did make it hard mode for myself by like shoving it way into the crevice here.
So wait, this is the Nano L4 board, right?
Yeah, and I'm just trying to plug in.
Have you just like made sure the board itself is working before you even like? Yeah,
No.
you don't want to plug that in and
Why
just make
would
it
I do
blink or
that?
anything? Okay, I'll trust your judgment on this one. I love.
Oh! I think it's working. Come on. Okay, is it just a Steph connection or does it act? Okay, you plugged in your Modulinos, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember which way up it went? Like,
can you
tell which side is ground?
Yeah, there's black and red wires. So for me,
I just want to make sure that I'm plugging mine in the right way before I force it.
So for me, ground is towards the, let's see, the way you've got your board oriented with the USB on the right. So to me,
USB is on the left.
Ground is, huh? Oh,
my USB is on the left.
Sorry, let me reorient myself. So with USB on the left, the ground is on the bottom.
Okay, thank y'all. I was doing it wrong.
Wait, but you're saying you can plug those in either way?
No, I'm. It's not really going in, and so I'm gonna have to apply some pressure, and I'm just making sure that I'm applying pressure when it's going correctly.
Apply pressure with ground towards the bottom of the board as it currently oriented.
Just confirming, like this.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if you saw this, but Chippy said the SparkFun information was based on memory of building those boards.
Yeah. I did see that. I think I pulled it up on the screen for a hot second, but only just a second. Okay. Getting ready. The thing is, they have a little, the little protrusion that's supposed to keep you from putting it in the wrong way. But nonetheless, I'm getting some resistance. Oh, hey! Okay, so much better now. Great, awesome. Yay! I think it was just the angle. So, if this has both, but does this have a different air quality sensor? This is an SGP30, so it might have more like different types of VOCs or something. I'm gonna pull that up too. because I might want to attach both, but I'm just going to get it working with one first. Always the challenge. Okay, make myself just like slow down for a dang second. Okay, so now I need C to C, and that means I need to unplug the telephone that's working as a camera, which is fine because I don't need it anymore. Okay. I think this is a USB cable that came with a pine sill. Oh yeah, it's got a little pine cone on it, but it's a really nice, like, soft silicone rubber. Let's
Yeah,
see.
nice.
And it's red, so I can always remember, like, oh, that's definitely the USB-C one. Ooh!
Nice.
Got some LEDs. Gorgeous. What's the little flashing orange guy? I bet that's a default blink
Yeah,
sketch or
that's the
something.
user LED is the flashing orange guy, and then there's also that
Yeah,
RGB LED on there.
gotcha. Classic startup situation for an Arduino. So now, I actually pulled up the Arduino IDE, but forgot to
Install the
start
board support?
installing it. Yeah, so I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
Board is not the @tiny. I'm going to go up to the board's manager and just narrate because I don't want to swap my camera around. Actually, maybe I can. No, it won't show the menu stuff. I either have to show you everything on my screen, which is going to be horrifying for all involved, or just narrate what I'm doing in the menus here. So, hello, I wanted to open the board manager. Oh, that's right, it's a sidebar now.
Yeah. You
It's
can
been
still
this
get to
way
it
for
from
years.
I know.
For
You can still get
years.
to it from the same navigation that your brain is wanting, but it's also conveniently in that sidebar. It'll just dump
Yeah,
you to the same place as if you clicked it one time instead of like 7 times to get
that's
over there.
true. So Arduino R4 pulls up the entire Uno R4 boards package. I've got 1.22 installed, 1.2.2 installed from when I was doing little animations on the Uno R4 Wi-Fi LED matrix, which is very cute. Someday I'll put the.
So,
Ooh, what's up?
yeah, so the version I have installed is 1.3.91, but I think that's because that's from the beta program.
That makes sense.
And last night I tried installing 1.4.1 and it stopped working because that version,
Ooh.
even though the number is higher, it doesn't actually have the other stuff in it. But it looks like
Huh.
today 1.5.0 came out. And so if
Yeah.
you get 1.5.0, that should be what you need.
So I did indeed. And under the tools menu, under board, it is listed under Arduino Uno R4 boards, but it does in fact include the Nano R4 if you click through to the menu.
Oh, and it
Interesting thing.
says on the description now too, Arduino Nano R4. So that's how you know it's good. Okay, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Ah, yes. And just looking at this SGP30 sensor that's on the quick air quality dedicated module, it does indeed appear to have more stuff. So you got VOCs, CO2 concentration. Adafruit seems to have a lot of good documentation for their stuff on there. But you mentioned SparkFun, quick library, SGP30. I'll just put that on there. Oh, you know what? The one I have hooked up though. Oh my gosh. Okay, SparkFun. Okay. Quick environmental sensor. There we go. And hopefully my search history is normal. That's not it. 680 was it? I'm making that up. You had it by memory, but I don't. 280. BME 280 and CCS 811. I'll just put CCS 811 because that seems a little more niche. Here we go. Haha. Okay, gorgeous. Library overview. Gorgeous. SparkFun CCS 811 and those two. So I need to install two separate libraries. Gotcha. And then there'll be a separate one for the other thing. Okay, cool. So We've got this example code running. I'm going to pull up the Arduino IDE and have a look at installing the library for these things. Do I have old ones? SparkFun, BME2. I actually have both of these installed already. But
Nice.
I'm going to update them. I bet they're super out of date. It's been a long time since I did, honestly, any real programming in the Arduino IDE, because I try to do a lot of it in MicroPython these days. But let's see, SparkFun, BME2AT. Here we go. Oh, that's current. Awesome. They do have an auto updater in the IDE now, which is nice.
Yeah.
So that's probably one. CCS 811. There we go. And that is also up to date. Beautiful. Okay, so now I should just do a little quick demo sketch real quick to make sure I'm not going to mess things up. What about something to do with the buzzer? Surely there's a quick and easy. Oh, I have a center servos sketch. Maybe I can just center the servos and see if I put the head on crooked. His head is always falling off, and so I actually intentionally took it off so that I could replace the buzzer with a speaker module, and then wanted to use it in an event, so I stuck the head back on. But I'm not sure that I actually aligned it properly, so we'll find out when we run the center servos sketch. All right, so what pins are we on? Oh, this also has pitches. I think this is just adapted from the actual code I was running on this thing. So maybe it's got the same servo pins. Let's find out. Legs and head. What are the pins on there? 10 and 9. Are these plugged into D10 and D9? It looks plausible. Yeah, because it goes up to 12. And those would be 9 and 10. I'm gonna YOLO it. I'm gonna try uploading this. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. Zoop. By which I mean I have a selfie stick mounted to my camera mount, and I'm gonna unzoop it a bit. Let's try uploading this and see how it goes. Oh, it's gonna. Oh, you know what? I need to power the servos actually. Where did that battery go? Here we are. Oh, it's flashing something. I haven't heard the buzzer do its thing. Oh, compilation error, exit status 1. What's the issue? Is anyone really surprised? Okay. Oh, there's a servo issue. This library only supports boards with an AMR, or an AVR, SAM, SAMD, NR52, or STM32F4 processor. Okay, let's see if I can use a different servo library or something. Thought that might be an issue. I can't stop myself from going up to the sketch menu and trying to use the toolbar menus.
It's fine. It's there. It will let you do it the old school way it exists.
Let's see.
I'm having trouble getting my buttons to work, and I can't figure out why.
It's up to the latest version on that servo library, which you'd think. Let me see, because fortunately the Uno R4 versions have been out for a couple of years, so hopefully someone's run into something like this. Pull up the docs pages that I'm derping around in, and let me know if you want me to flip the camera to you.
I'm good. I'm just trying to get buttons to work. It's not very interesting.
Oh, I am enlarging the wrong window. Lol. There we go. So, okay, servo, library, Arduino, Uno R4. I put They did have like an official docs page for this, I think, but like, I'm just gonna click on the first thing I see. Like a very basic microcontroller. Tell me about the library. I'm not gonna view your PDFs.
Mhm.
They're literally just using the servo library. Huh. Is it a particular one though? Huh. That wasn't very useful. Let's see. Oh, there's a different servo library, but do I want to reconfigure everything? Sure, why not? This looks like it might not have been updated in a while. Oh no! Updated yesterday. Cool. Yay! Oh, me of little faith. Help with the servo library. It's pre-installed. Yes. You can use any official Arduino board, they say. That's very surprising. Maybe... Huh. If it's just a warning, though, can I override that?
It's just a warning?
Well, it says, warnings, library servo claims to run on AVR, Mega AVR, SAM, SAMD, and AR52, etc. And like, oh, all these.
Are you able
And
to
may be incompatible with your current board, which runs on Renaissance_Uno architecture, parenthesis S, close parenthesis. And why are you being a jerk at me?
I've definitely experienced this with, for example, the Arduino Nano Matter board. I wasn't able to get servers to work with it for the same reason that it wasn't compatible with that chip architecture. But as you know, it's Arduino, so you'd expect it to work, and you'd expect it to work today now that the board is available.
I just reinstalled it, and hopefully that'll work.
Have you blinked an LED yet?
No, but
I'm
do we
just
have
saying,
to?
what if we tried that real quick, just to see if...
I'm running it again. Full send. This is gonna jerk out of my hand. Or actually, the power is not on, so... Ideally, it will jerk out of my hand.
I was gonna
Or
say,
maybe
so
it'll
your
do
theory,
nothing.
yeah,
Wait,
your theory.
the command Arduino verify sketch cannot be executed? There are no active handlers available for the command? What does that even mean? See, if I had just tried to blink an LED, would I have gotten all these exciting error messages? Like, I've never
Maybe.
seen that error before at all.
You might have got them, and that would have been kind of insightful.
I'll try a blink sketch. Fine. And then I'm going to try a servo example. This is like a literal, like,
Oh, that's a good
servo
idea. Yeah,
example.
yeah, that's a good idea.
But I want my robot. Don't make me select the board. Okay, good. You know what dang board I'm using. Wait, what port do you think you're on? Bluetooth? No. Maybe that's part of my problem.
Could be.
Why would you be on that? Why does that even... How does that make sense?
I mean, it's a port.
It's probably going to give me the same error again. Wait, no, it's compiling. It's compiling. It's uploading. Come on, do the thing. Oh, it's downloading something. What is it downloading? Oh! Eat it. Sorry. Yes. Okay. I have misconfigured the servos, so they are definitely struggling right now. They hate me, so I'm going to remove power so they don't keep grinding against themselves, because I think I have the... Okay, so all right, so this is in the center. That's proper. All right, so it can tilt forwards and backwards. That's great. This guy is in the center too, which means that he's permanently looking slightly to the right. However, I need to adjust these parameters because that doesn't make any sense. Why would it be struggling against itself if it's right in the center? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's doing that little trembly thing that they do when they're like,
Yeah.
oh no, it stopped. Okay. I'm gonna try like removing and reapplying power. Okay, that's exciting though. That just straight up worked. Haha. Now it's mad at me. Oh, you know what? I think it is. I think it's because I was holding it and moving it around, so it was trying to stay in its own position. Yep.
What was that?
Oh, you heard the buzzer?
Yeah?
That's its little startup tone. So he's got this little larger versions of Archimedes have a button up here. This one has just a little buzzer. I'm going to replace it with a little audio module from DF Robot that has a little bit more oomph to it and more exciting stuff it can do out of the box, like play MP3s and such. Fix my focus here. There you go. But in the meantime, that's what he's got. Yeah. Focus. There we go. Yes. Haha! Cool! We've got some doots. So that's successful so far. I've successfully replaced this with the existing Nano in here, which was a Nano 33 BLE cents with the new R4, which is great because I wasn't really using any of the cool fancy stuff on here. Like there's a microphone, there's a color sensor, there's like all kinds of cool stuff on here, honestly, that I never really use, and of course Bluetooth. Now I'm going to try and get the quick stuff running. So I've checked that the SparkFun libraries for that sensor are installed, and I'm going to see if I can go find that SparkFun tutorial again. Here we go. And I'm going to drop this into our collab doc and put it on the screen. So here is the SparkFun tutorial I'm going to be looking at. CCS811/BME280 quick environmental combo breakout hookup guide. And my voice is going to crack because we're still going, but I'm excited about that. All right, so I'm going to create a little section for Alex's quick experiments. So first I replaced Arduino Nano 33 BLE cents with new R4. Success. Needed to switch ports to compile/upload. Okay, and now I'm going on to this. And then we've also got this David section, which I'm going to label as well. What do I want to call this? Trials, tribulations, experiments, explorations.
I like all those, just that.
Close enough.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. Okay, so back to the documentation. And let me know again if you want to show something on the screen.
No, I'm just struggling over here trying to get a button to work.
It's always like, easier getting complex stuff to work.
Yeah, I got the
That's
LEDs.
Not true. Sometimes it's easier. What?
I got the LEDs and potentiometer working in like 2 minutes, and I was about like half an hour trying to get a button to work, and it's still not working, and I don't understand why.
That is how it goes. I like this show and how we have we can just keep going because we can spend 40 minutes debugging something like this, and people get to experience the joy and pain and just see how even though we've each been doing this for over 10 years, I'm sure, it's still, we still run into stuff like that where it's like, I can't get that button to work. Yeah. I'm getting a random, error that I've never seen before in the Arduino IDE. Okay, let's see. If the concepts of pressure are weighing on you, check out these links. They've got an altitude calculator and stuff. It is cute. Power and features. Together, the sensors can consume 13 milliamps of current. We need to get Joey Castillo in here to tell us about how to knock that further down. Communication via I2C. utilizes the handy quick system. I'm so excited! I've never gotten a quick thing working before because I've just
That's
never had the
awesome.
bandwidth. This is so cool. I know I said that earlier, but I'm going to say it again. I mean, I have said it again. I will probably say it again later. Okay, you can change the I2C address using jumpers on the back of the board if you're using another device with the same I2C address, which I think is if you're daisy chaining them, but I could be lying. Or if you have two of them.
Yeah, well, so here's the funny thing about that is I'm actually starting to wonder if the reason that my buttons aren't working
Ooh.
is because there is a collision, an address collision, but like
Oh, yeah.
there's no way that they wouldn't give each of these a unique address because they're expecting you to use them together. But I just noticed
Yeah.
that if I unplug the whole thing
Uh-huh.
and power cycle it
Uh-huh.
with just the board and just the buttons breaking on
Yeah.
here, it totally works first try.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's not me, it's not my code. Like I don't, that is all doing exactly what it's supposed to. Now, if I power cycle it again and then re-add the other modulinos, I'm not changing the code. I'm not changing anything at all.
Surely it
Except
should be modulini.
I've added the other modulini, and okay,
Yeah, so that still works. And
so hang on,
then
that is working. That's not supposed to work. That was
well, yeah,
not
but then the
working.
downstream ones, do they still work?
I removed the code from the downstream ones right now because I was
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to debug it, but I did that a couple times. That
But that would
exact
help
same process.
establish if it's like the order, like
Yeah.
one of them's eating up the address and then something.
All
I'm
right,
not
go ahead.
an expert on I2C, but
No, I'm gonna re-add them back in order and see what happens because it was not working.
so I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna assume I don't really need to know about these like things because I'm gonna assume that the library kind of handles a lot of that. But actually, right now,
I think it will.
so it uses two separate libraries, which means they're probably just gonna have a thing of example code in here. I can't just. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, I've got these libraries. Great. They've got tutorials on how to install them, which is very nice. Before we get started on a sketch, let's take a look at the libraries used. I'm going to stop reading this out loud because you are doing your own thing.
I think it's interesting to hear it read out loud.
Oh, okay. It doesn't like jam your brain.
Oh no, not at all. I'm completely doing my own thing.
What? Mad skills! Oh, I'm jealous. I can't like listen to something else and like, okay, maybe. But I can't troubleshoot and listen to someone else like reading.
Yeah, I can't have the TV on or something, and I can have music with lyrics or instrumental music, but not conversation from a television. But this is fine.
Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Construct your sensor object without arguments. So you're just telling it that it exists.
I believe we just got a comment. I believe that 40-ounce monkey is about 2 hours ago when we were talking about the Pebble Rocks Boulder hackathon. I believe that that is Brian, who I mentioned.
Do I still have that
was
tab
my
open?
fellow hacker. Okay, interesting. So now, if I can get the camera back for a second.
Oh yeah, and just that project we were talking about, we pulled it up earlier. You can find it in the doc. Okay, camera to David. Ooh, I see shinies.
Well, yeah, so I've restored, everything is the same, all the code is the same, and the only difference is the order of the devices. So the buttons are first, but the buttons are not working. However, the RGB LEDs are working.
Wait, it does look like the buttons are working.
Wait, they're just really slow. Oh, I know why. They're totally working, but you know what it is? It takes them an entire RGB animation cycle before they are red again. That's what it is. Yeah. Because like I said, don't write code like this because this is not the right way to do this. And this is why, is because you have to wait for an entire however many milliseconds times the number of the potentiometer setting to go all the way through, and then it will finally read the button. That's
at least they're latching, so it's not gonna like require you to push it in that tiny little.
Yeah, it does seem. It is. So awesome. Okay, so it is working. It's just my code is so horrific that it.
Everyone look at David's horrible code. Yeah.
No, don't look at that code.
Go away tabs. sidebar. There we go. I also realized that I might have been looking wrong, and it might have not done what I thought it did, but it seems like you understand that it was actually doing that thing, even if I misviewed or
Oh
something.
no,
So
it was doing it. It was just slow, really, really slow because it
yeah,
takes. And yeah, it did seem to be latching the button because it would update it after the entire RGB
sweet.
sequence.
Glorious. Okay, so let's see. I'm just gonna kind of ignore all this like background info because I know about this. This is like initializing the different things so that the sketch knows they exist.
I'm just curious, when you installed the library, did it not come with an example that has that code in it?
It probably does, but this particular quick module uses two different ones together, and so I just want to like, yeah, right. So
That's cool.
I'm just gonna like ignore all this stuff. I can read it later if I want to,
There you go.
because I will probably delve into it later. But it's one of those things where it's like my goal here is to be action oriented and get the thing doing the thing. As you saw with the would you like to run a Blink sketch first? No. We will go straight into Servo land. Okay, I am now pasting the example code into my Arduino IDE, saving it. Gotta give it a name. Quick enviro test with I'm not using camel case or anything, I'm just putting hyphens in because I'm lazy. And we're gonna see if this works. Actually, what's it supposed to do? Let's have a quick scroll through the code before I actually run this so I can see if it's working. Are we gonna look for log messages? Are we gonna do what? Okay, so we've got these guys, they're initializing the sensors. Set up serial begin to talk to our console. We're gonna log that it's doing a thing. Oh, that's cool. It applies the like pressure, etc., temperature, whatever data to the air quality sensor because those usually, you know, the concentration of gases, etc., like compounds. What that means is affected by that. Okay, initialize the I2C bus. If there's a problem, then you print that there's a problem. So, initializing the BME to 80. I wonder where all these sensors are, or settings are. I'm sure that it says it above, and I ignored it. Okay, and then it's literally just going to tell me that they're online. All right, so it's going to initialize both of them, and then either tell me that it's a problem with one of them, or each will print its own little online message. Oh, and then they have, okay, then they have printing data. I'm gonna have to put these together into like a coherent file. Driver error versus print data. Okay, here's a full example, basic readings. CO2, total volatile organic compounds, temperature, pressure, and humidity. So you gotta talk to it on 9600 baud. I'm going to attempt to run that, and I'm gonna bring up the Arduino console in my screen so you can see something more interesting than
Documentation.
the thing sitting there and doing, yeah, that too. Let's see, screen capture. Arduino. Oh. Whoa.
What?
I'm not showing you that, am I? No, good.
Nothing is showing except for the SparkFun documentation right now.
That's very good.
And while nothing is showing on my side, I'm going to readjust things here because remember when I said earlier that my power was being weird on my laptop, and now it's saying I've got 37 minutes until it turns off. So I'm going to adjust some stuff here real quick.
Cool. And we can make 37 minutes work. Okay, let's see.
I mean, that's if the prediction is accurate, though. I don't
That's
know if
true. I'm glad you liked the, I'm closing some open sketches here, and I'm glad that you enjoyed the little beep boops from Archimedes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna paste this entire example sketch in here. Wait, that's not the entire one. Oh, I see, it's like a piecemeal thing. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the setup stuff again.
Sometimes they have like the whole thing at the bottom or the top or something that you can grab the whole
Yeah,
thing.
but they've got multiple examples here, so it seems like they give
Um,
you the basic stuff and then like extra little blobs. Yeah, indeed. Okay, so example code. Da-da-da-da-do. This starts with the include statement, so that's good. Drop that in there, including our libraries. Oh, look at that! You hover over and it shows you the path to the library. That's so nice. Good. Okay, minor flip out. Example code. Okay, now we go grab the void loop, calling a few functions that are not included in our library, so we must define them after our void loop. Don't worry about defining prototypes. The Arduino IDE does this for us. Cool. Where is the void loop? Setup. Da-da-da. Print data. Print driver error. So these are like our extra functions.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so I gotta just paste the void loop in the middle, or the main loop, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. There we go. Okay. Ultra dork moment here for a second. There is a poem called The Hollow Men by T.S. Eliot. I'm gonna look this up. I'm getting like, what? It's it's a very beautiful poem, and near the end of it is a thing that I'm getting strongly reminded of. Between the idea and the reality, between the motion and the act, falls the shadow. For thine is the kingdom. Between the conception and the creation, between the motion and the response, falls the shadow, etc. And this actually, earlier on, I was going on about Metropolis and the mediator between the head and the hands must be the heart,
Mm-hmm.
and now we've got another little literary artsy fartsy reference. But I don't know. So when I'm pasting, like, I have to remember to paste between the setup code and the custom functions.
Setup code in the
falls
darkness.
the falls the main loop. Yeah. Oh boy. Let's run it. And I'm gonna pull up the console. Where's the serial plotter? Serial monitor. There we go. Not Bluetooth. Why are you doing this?
Man, it really likes Bluetooth.
It really wants to be Bluetooth. There we go. That's what was causing like that weird error before.
Oh, really?
So one of them, I'll put them. Oh, that's not fun. Print driver. Oh yeah, there's something in the docs about driver errors. So here's the Holloman. Good stuff. Go check it out. I swear there was another thing about drivers. But this actually says that it's a compilation error. It's not even one of those. Okay, so what? Let's actually scroll through this and have a look at what it's telling me. Okay, read the error message. Oh. I mean... That's weird. Maybe this has to do with an incompatibility with the new chip?
It could
But
do.
no, this looks like a library. What?
Scroll up to the very first error real quick.
Maybe I pasted it wrong. I'll actually have a look at the structure like consciously. So yeah, putting this in the dock.
All the way at the bottom. I see it.
Sorry, just pasting this driver error into the shared dock. There we go. Okay, so variable or field print driver error declared void.
Okay.
Okay, so I mean that looks like okay structure off the top of my head.
Is there somewhere else where the print driver is expected to be?
Yeah, I
Print
wonder if
driver
that's
error,
like
not print driver.
maybe
Paul
this.
suggests that you're missing an include, maybe.
Oh yeah.
So I think the CCS 8111 address comes from SparkFun CCS 8811. But I think it was saying that the signature of that function was wrong. Is there when print driver error gets used, is it returning something in the code?
It's posting to the console, but where the heck is it? Here you go.
Yeah. So what calls print driver error though?
Oh, good question. Okay, I think that's up here where it's like verifying them before it runs. Here we are. Yeah. Print driver error.
Okay, I just wonder why it was complaining about the signature being void, like if it was expecting it to return something. But it's not. So anyway, we could comment out print driver error.
I know, right? Like,
what
what if
except for it's not going to help us because obviously the reason that thing is happening is because there is a problem with the CCS 811.
is it a problem with the CCS 811? Like,
No, I mean, so go back to the code.
mm-hmm.
The only reason that print driver error is being called is because by definition there must be a problem with the CCS 811 core.
Not
It says
necessarily though, because this is a
no?
compilation error. It's not even uploading yet. It's not like running the code. It's just trying to like. It's just saying your
excellent point.
your
Yeah,
stuff doesn't make sense.
No, you're right. Yeah.
So maybe if we do like just comment as
yeah. So just even just the line itself, the print driver error is what you could comment out. And, and in theory, that would work. I don't think it's but
let's try it.
Yeah.
It's not like we can't reverse that. It's compiling. It's compiling. Oh, okay. Another problem. Okay, so this is the thing down there. If we go up here, it just really doesn't like that at all. What if
is there any
just
other
commented out this entire area? Like, just
is
say,
there any
like,
other, just can you just search for print driver error? Is there any other uses of it in the
It's gonna hate me, or this is again like the worst way to do this. Okay, let's find other instances of print driver. So it's in that declaration thing. It's in the. Those are only 2 spots. So like, this may still get mad at us, but I could also just comment that out if it's not being called anymore.
Paul says, can you scroll down to the bottom where Arduino ID tells which libraries it actually used? This kind of error is usually a missing include or there were duplicate copies of the library and the IDE used the wrong one. Ooh.
Oh, that is an issue. I've always gotten lots of complaints about, like, when I installed Adafruit Arduino libraries, and then it would be like, it's in multiple places, and I think it's just because I have poor library management.
Yeah. So at the very top, what is the name of the like .h file or whatever at the top? Like, I'm just curious if it's specifically SparkFun, right? Okay, yeah.
It is.
So it's SparkFun include, so it's not like it could be grabbing the Adafruit CCS 811.
I'm gonna check the comments. Oh yeah, that's Paul saying that. Usually, oh no, status is. Oh, okay, gotcha. Still have this, but there's less of it. Now it's like status is not a member of. Yeah.
It just seems
Can
like
I
this
just like?
code. Go ahead.
Can I just? I'm gonna do something even worse. That's gonna be so bad. I'm
Well,
just
now
gonna take this.
I think that's required to initialize the hardware, though.
I
I
know,
don't
but
think
what if I
anything's
just
gonna.
do this and don't
I
ask for
mean,
the status? What if I just do that? What
okay,
if I just be a horrible guy?
sure, yeah. Let's see what happens.
Sad thing.
I feel like there's a mismatch between the code and the library, though.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna. That's something that I could dive into on another day.
Yeah, but I don't know if like that the library updated since that example,
Yeah, right.
maybe, or
That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe. I don't know.
so. One last
Because
thing
who
to
knows when it's
try,
not. Yeah.
maybe, is from
Mm.
the examples
Mm-hmm.
menu for this library. Let's just grab
Right. Good
anything.
point. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but what's it doing? Nothing. Like,
But maybe it won't actually like pull the data. We'll find out in a second, I guess. Okay.
I mean,
We'll see
what
if
is
it
left
actually
in the
logs
sketch?
anything.
What does the sketch do right now? What isn't commented out? Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Whoa.
we're getting
Yeah, well,
something.
255. I think we know
Max.
what
That is
that
the
is.
max of
Yeah.
something or other. Okay, I am listening though. Which okay, so problem with the BME
Real
280,
quick
which is
though,
not even the one that was yelling at me.
Paul just dropped some awesome
Oh,
insight here. To get the list of libraries and used and ignored, so use file prefs to turn on verbose output.
nice. Gonna do that. I want that anyway.
Yeah, it's great. I've had to use this
Oh
before.
hey, pulled it up in the same window. I am too lazy to find the thing, so I always just hit like command comma, which pulls up the preferences. But this is here we go. Yeah, and upload. Yeah, all the verbose stuff all the time. So what are we actually supposedly hearing from here? It's not printing any like identifiers for what this is
Yeah, I
supposed
mean
to
it's not
be.
initializing it successfully, so
Yeah, it's printing numbers, but number doesn't mean anything. Let's see. Wait, here maybe. Oh, maybe this is an error issue. Print data. Okay. Huh,
so
interesting.
this is still your code, right? This isn't the example?
This is just like the example with a bunch of stuff commented out. I think you
Oh
were
yeah.
onto something. Didn't you say that I should like pick one of the libraries and run
I
one of
would
the
just go
examples
to the
from?
library, just
I
choose
think
a
that makes
very
sense,
simple
yeah.
example from the library and see if we can get that working.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna delete all my comments out of here first, just so I
Okay.
remember that I did a bunch
Yeah.
of horrible things and.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else that I commented out? Oh, alternate ice cream. Well, we shouldn't need that because it's literally just this one thing plugged in, and it knows what its addresses are. Okay. Oh yeah, I deleted or commented this one out too. There we go. Okay.
The original.
I think that was all, but I can always just like restart from the beginning. Okay, so now I'm going to open up an example sketch and pull that up on the screen. So which one shall we go with? Maybe the CC one because that was the one that was being most of a jerk.
The nav isn't showing on your share,
Smartphone.
so we can't
Yeah,
see
I
what.
know. It's because I've just got that one Arduino
Oh,
thing
I know. Yeah.
highlighted, so I don't have to. Let's see, basic readings. That sounds good. And I'm gonna swap my little window over. Let's see. It's called window right now. Is that the right one? Huh. Show the window. Is that this one? I think that's the right one. Okay, cool.
2017.
There we go. So that should now be showing our basic readings. Yep. Nice. Okay, let's try and get this working. And are you, in fact, okay, good.
Good thinking to check that.
Read the TVOC. We'll see if this works. Is there anything I should be aware of? It seems fine. Yeah.
Hey, this is looking good.
Mm-hmm.
I saw in the comments at the top, this code is so old, it looks like Nate wrote this himself.
Oh, yeah. Nate and someone else, maybe. And Marshall Taylor. 2017.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
And
interesting.
is it the serial monitor?
Oh,
Oh, that's fascinating.
why
Yeah.
does stop? Yeah, didn't know about burning in.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna do something for us? So it's done. Do you automatically print anything? And if so, how often?
The board rate's wrong on the
Oh,
serial.
there we go. Yeah. Thanks.
No problem.
Although I would expect to be getting gibberish if anything.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a bit weird. Is it connected to the right?
Lol.
It's connected to the right port.
I might have to. I'm gonna unplug it or stop
Yeah.
the. I'm gonna re something.
Yeah.
Because,
Power cycle it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Let's
start.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unplug, replug. And I want to. Sometimes it. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you often see. Is just like. I'm gonna try the other sensor and see if that. It's got even more things attached. You know what? What if I picked a more basic quick module? I'm gonna try that. So I've just unplugged that guy. Oh, so you said ground goes to the bottom, right? I forget. I've already forgotten what you told me about which way they
the
plug
USB on the
goes.
left. Ground is at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, cool. How's your stuff going?
I was just focused on your errors,
Oh,
so I
yes.
haven't really progressed on mine.
Okay, where's my little bag of quick stuff? Here we go. Let's just pull it out on the desk for fun. Put that out of here. We've got what is this? A Steam Plus or something? Silicon Labs. Oh, is this a Matter board? MGM240p. I'll have to look that up. Huh. That might be a Matter board. Okay. What else have we got?
SparkFun Thing plus Matter. It is.
Temperature. Okay, cool. Yeah. What are the default pins for wire? Not sure what you mean. This is just a temperature sensor, so this should be simpler. Kevin, aka Architects Flux, aka creator of the jumperless breadboard, asks, "What are the default pins for wire?" Is that like a specific library or something? I mean, the default pins for wire. Do you see this in the comments?
I do. I'm not sure what capital W wire is referring to. Like one wire,
Yeah,
or what is
like
that?
Arduino used to be called, is based on a thing called wiring.
Yeah.
But I don't think that would be particularly relevant right now. I forgot that his head angles down. That's why he looked so depresso. I can tighten that nut so that it.
Yeah, the I2C wire library. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Do not know, but I'm gonna give this a try real quick. And if you feel like chiming in some more, I would be happy to hear it. I don't need to do that right now. Okay, so we've got confirmation of power transmission, which is sort of bare metal requirements.
Nice. Yeah, I mean the library should abstract the need to know what any of the pins are.
Yeah, because they've got the built-in ports and such. Let's see. Just moving things around a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna try installing the library for this and actually use the sidebar this time. Spark fun. Whoops. What's the temperature thing? TMP 117. Here we go. just opened a... Okay, communicates with the TMP-117 over I2C to quickly integrate a temperature sensor into your project. Splendid. And on the GitHub page, they have a big picture of the exact module I'm using. So I'm just going to pull that up on the screen real quick. If my browser will allow me. 1 second. Here we go. So, here we go. Creak. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have made sure that it was plugged into the right side of the module, because there's an in and an out. I think it was.
Oh.
You know, because you can daisy chain them.
Oh, yeah. Is that true?
Am I wrong? Maybe there isn't an in and out, but I think there is.
I'm not sure.
Let's find out.
Is there...
Quick.
I wasn't looking at the picture. Is there something on the silk screen that says anything like that?
I don't think so. I mean, this side says power, and I always sort of assume that they go left to right, but that's maybe my, like, you know, Western centrism speaking or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you call it. They have a hookup guide for some of this stuff, which I probably could have looked at. Okay, so here, yep. Looks like it goes, well, yeah, in the left side, at the right side. Is it consistent? I think so. Tunable. Whoa, quick micro. Ooh. Let's see. Ooh, they have a turbo board. I love that word.
Okay, Paul.
Okay, Paul says,
yeah.
Both sides should work. They're the same. Did not know that. TIL. Okay. So, got that hooked up. What am I doing? I'm looking at the documentation for this guy. Examples, yay! I'm just assuming that this is probably what exists inside the Arduino IDE. So, I'm going to pull up my IDE once more. Here we go. And have a look at what's going on. Okay, we downloaded the library. Great.
Awesome.
Now I'm going to try and pull up an example from there. Spot from TMP, some basic readings. Let's go. And I'm going to have to... Oh, I'm not a fan of this. So both sketches are called basic readings, even though they're for different devices, which makes sense in terms of consistency, but also makes it a little frustrating when I'm trying to switch OBS windows.
Yeah.
Regardless,
Paul... Sorry, go ahead.
Never mind.
I was just gonna say there's a Paul mentioned there's a scanner sketch that will actually go through all of the I2C addresses and tell you which ones are talking back.
Nice. Okay. This is this still the old one or is this a new one? That's a new one. Here we go. So this is the... Okay, so completing that thought process, there's a scanner program for wire. It will try all 120 I2C addresses and tell you which are responding. That's awesome. I will look that up. I2C wire scanner.
I think you say Arduino sketch.
Yeah, there we go. Oops. Okay, well, it's already coming up there, but whatever. Oh. There we go. Woo!
Man, what is going on? That's what happened to me earlier when I tried to click on the
that's weird.
The Modulino documentation.
Oh yeah, none of these search engines give you the cached version anymore. Boo.
Nobody does.
Well, we'll come back to that someday, maybe. In the meantime, this product is open source! I love that. You gotta have bold and italics. It's obligatory. So, let's go back to the IDE.
Paul says we can
There you
get
go.
the example from the teensy
Oh,
ice cream
yeah.
version.
Gotcha. Awesome. I'll put that in the pocket for later.
Hey,
For
we
now,
should
I'm
do
going
a
to try and
teensy
get this.
episode.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I just found my Teensy 4.1 with some other
Awesome.
stuff that I don't remember what it does, but it's very exciting. Okay, so let's just try running this and see what we get. Are you gonna come up with the? Yeah, we are. Ah. Oh, interesting. Okay. I don't need to flip out. This is just literally telling me what it's doing.
That's the verbose mode
The
for you.
reverse mode,
Yes,
yeah.
for it. So what's cool
Uploading.
about this is you can actually pick pieces out of that output and then do it yourself. Like see,
Yeah.
like, oh, that's how it's compiling this. I'll just do that myself. Paul just told us the hack to get the Teensy scanner without a Teensy connected.
Ooh. Okay, it might still be having problems, so I'm going to unplug and replug in case it showed us a real quick error message.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
We've been assuming this whole time that Modulino and I2C are interchangeable, but what if there's some kind of like handshake or something that it's doing that says like, are you a Modulino or are you just like a plain I2C thing? And only Modulinos work with it.
I don't see why only module. Like this is literally for the quick module I'm using though.
I'm
Like
saying,
I'm not using module.
do we know that that connector is quick compatible?
Oh yeah, I think I read that in the Arduino R4 docs. But
I'm
let me
just
double
saying,
check.
what if it was
That's a good
only
point though.
Modulino compatible,
Yeah.
even though the technology is just I2C? What if there was something where it's expecting to hear something from the Modulino module, which the regular quick module does not do? Okay,
It
yeah, so
does
it's
say
just quick.
quick.
Yeah, no, that's
Well,
cool.
let's see what they say. Maybe there's something special and weird. That's a good question. These pins. We could scan for those pins using
Voltage. What is the SparkFun 5 volts? The board?
Probably. Like if it's designed for that, I would assume so. But let's check. Where's this actual one? Here we go. I'm gonna guess it's this guy. So I'm gonna take a quick look at the back of the device. It doesn't actually say which one of those products it is, but it looks the exact same as this. So. Data sheet maybe.
Under features and specs tab, maybe?
No. Up to 5 volts, typically 3.3 if using the quick cable. Interesting. But it does say, it seems like the formatting got messed up here and these are supposed to be like grouped. But it does seem like it goes up to 5.5. I have to take a bio break real quick, but I'd be interested to hear, although I'm going to be gone for 2 seconds, maybe it would be a cool time for you to like try a thing and tell people about it. I don't know. Does that sound good?
I'm getting close to that myself, but
yeah, we are at like 3.5 hours, so I have a strong urge to get something running. I did actually. I got my bird running with the existing thing that I had set up, which is very exciting for me personally. So just even getting my like little birdie to move on here and not have an issue with this. When I first started using the Nano 33 BLE Sense, I think it was, there were issues with the servo library not working with it. And I think I might have had issues with the Yes. No, maybe I'm thinking of actually the Nikola Vision, because that one definitely I ended up using a Gemma, like an Adafruit Gemma board separately to power and control the servos. Um, and so I remember there just being like various issues I've run into before with servo libraries with new boards. And so I'm very excited that at least like that just worked. Once we got rid of the compilation errors, that worked just fine. So that's very exciting to me. And I'm already on the way to like the stolicification of this guy. I'm going to reprint it in black. But anyway, so I feel like I accomplished something. And you
One
got
last little
your...
piece of insight from Paul here.
Mm.
The I2C quick connector is connected to a secondary I2C bus on the board. Wait, so you mean it's not?
Oh. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a little bit of a rabbit hole for another day, which I'm down to do, but maybe one of our like offline sessions.
I was gonna say, so we do this every other week, but we only usually turn the cameras on every other of those. So we'll definitely dive into the I2C diagnostics next time, perhaps.
Yeah, and we're gonna clarify the cadence for everyone, by the way, because like this is a special bonus area episode thanks to the new Arduino. I do want to make sure I have time to like write up tutorials and stuff, and so, but we'll update you on the cadence. Right now, it is still like monthly-ish, as David was saying, like. But we do have another one in 2 weeks, though.
Oh God! Of course we
do. Am I lying?
Okay. No, that's completely true. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And we're
because this was a bonus one, and so then we'll be back in 2 weeks, and then off the 2 weeks after that, just to give you guys a break.
Switch it up.
Yeah, I'm really appreciative of Paul's insight on the I2C.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to save this.
We will give that a try.
We can't tell which YouTube video that's coming from, but I'm just gonna screenshot all of these, and then like try to find it later on.
Yeah, I guess we won't necessarily. I have them both open, so I can tell.
Oh, nice.
Paul is coming from yours.
Okay, cool.
So grab the comments from yours.
But sometimes it like hides them randomly in various ways anyway. So I'm just screenshotting all of these comments from Paul because they are awesome. This is gold.
This is really helpful.
Paul is just an amazing person in the community. Just like random little rant here, but the fact that like you're a founder, you've done all these different versions of things, you've made all these tutorials, and you're like always just like ready to jump in with like hands-on stuff with people and get in the trenches, I think is just an amazing aspect of who Paul is as a person. Super cool.
Anyway.
Have I done that rant before? Probably. I know I've done it before in my life, but anyway, so yeah, where were we? I think that we were at a part where I was like, I was gonna have to scan some stuff, and then I was being like, I'm gonna go take a bio break maybe, but also maybe we should just like put a pin in it here and come back in the future.
I'm good with that.
Okay, cool. Any closing thoughts, David?
I just wanted to point out the last thing that Paul said, that was from page 6 out of 19 on the Arduino Nano R4 datasheet.
Gotcha.
If anyone wants to check it out. Closing comments. I don't know. We did lots of fun Pebble stuff, and it didn't work. And we did a lot of fun Arduino stuff, and some of it worked, but not great. But we learned a lot along the way, and maybe the stuff not working was the real fun. Whatever.
I mean, we're here for the chaos, and if the stuff works, if it doesn't work, you know, it's
cool if it just worked, there'd be no chaos. What's the point?
Yeah. I'm gonna walk us back through our tabs again real quick so that people can see what they're looking at. And of course, well, anyway, so we've got your here we go. Linktree-esque, but totally DIY page, and we're going to put the live collab notes for this episode down there. You can find both of our YouTube playlists featuring all the episodes so far and in the future at these YouTube links, and each of our newsletters, including David's explainer on how to make a page like this. We've got our live collaboration doc, which is currently massive. Let me get that down a little bit. There we go. Including my massive error message we were trying to plow through, and also a bunch of links from the start of the episode where David was showing some cool stuff from the mailbag, and we got the R4 announcement and Pebble things like that Hackster project. I'm going to be trying to publish soon Hackster projects that I've got like 90% completed from previous episodes, like running custom graphics on the Thumby and animations. I forgot to say I got like an animation running on there with a sprite sheet, and then also this source mag by Concrete Dog. You can download it now and then give a little tip. There's a PayPal and coffee links inside the magazine, but also you can click there. Oh, also a free CAD book for makers. There is the Arduino Nano R4 official announcement blog post. This really cool graphic that we saw that's like a little exploded diagram of one of the new, what are they called? Something Core 2 Duo?
So actually, this is actually a Pebble 2. It's not the Core 2
Oh,
Duo,
okay.
but the Core 2
Gotcha.
Duo is based on the Pebble 2, so it's very hard to tell which one it is from the diagram. It's just that happens to be a Pebble 2, not a Core 2 Duo. Man, even I'm getting mixed up.
Which I think it's awesome that they're like reusing a lot of the enclosure
Mhm.
hardware that they were able to salvage from before. Like that's amazing. I wish there were more stuff like that. Also got your love letter to the Pebble community, which is linked in the description, and then also Rebble.io, the project. And I'm very excited to have my Pebble Time Round with Rebble on it now. And someday I'll get the Domokun watch face back because you said
We'll
that
get that
they've
working.
scraped the entire database.
Mhm.
Awesome. Paula has continued to drop useful comments in the comments. So in the chat. So I've shotted all of that, and I will be probably put it in the collaboration doc for later. And yeah, thank
One
you all
last
for
thing though,
joining.
it
Oh,
looks like Kevin might have solved it. So he
there we
says,
go.
yeah, it turns out it's wire 1. So
Gotcha.
maybe just swapping it to wire 1 would actually solve it and use the
Woo-hoo.
correct address and solve everything. So we'll
Sweet.
use that next time.
Yeah, the spirit is willing, but the bladder is weak.
Okay.
Sorry. So I gotta go. But thank you so much for that. And I know that I would just get consumed by another rabbit hole if I tried doing that right now. But anyway, thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers, everybody.